All right, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. We want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And we want to say Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right. We out here another day to prophesy the downfall of America. All right. And to tell you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native American Indians who you are according to the scriptures. All right. But when you get into things that's in the scriptures, you got to understand history. All right. So through the spirit, we're going to start off with 2nd Ezra, the first chapter. I mean, the second chapter. Unless you got it.
Yeah.
Hey, because learning who you are and history behind who you are is very important. Understanding who you are, all right, through the spirit power, Yahweh Shem outside, all right, is life, man. All right, it brings you to the understanding of what your purpose is in this world, man. You got it. But did you have it? Oh, okay. See, when you don't know who you are, that's you ride down the street screaming out the side of a car some damn nigga type music, man. That's death right there, man. You got it. Right.
2nd Ezra chapter 2 and 1. Thus said the Lord, I brought this people out of bondage.
And where were we in bondage at when the Lord freed us, man? All right, in Egypt, man. All right, are we not in Egypt again? You got it. Right.
He says, and I gave them my commandments by my servants, the prophets, whom they would not hear, but despised my counsels.
All right, the Lord gave us the law, statutes, commandments by the way of Moses, man. All right, and then the prophets also they upheld the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Shem Shai by walking in the ways of the Lord, which we try to do to the best of our abilities now. But you got Jake out here in the world and Jake in the past tense that forsook the ways of the Lord. All right, they chose not to walk in the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai. So what happened to them? They got put to death. And as a whole nation, look what happened to us. We got scattered to the four corners of the earth.
You clearly see who they were today. It's like when the Lord was bringing us out of Egypt, what happened? Our people cried to Moses. Was like, "Yo, we should have just stayed in Egypt." And in this present day that we're living in, you can clearly see who those people were. Because look at our people. Look at the 2/3. Look at so-called Negro, Latino, Hispanics. They're freaks. They're weirdos, and they're into everything. And it doesn't matter how harmful, with the effects. Pretty much our people have become straight heathens, and they want to fulfill that lust that they're indulged in. It says, the mother that bare them said to them, "Go your way, ye children, for I am a widow and forsaken."
That's the land of Israel, man. All right, that is the land of Israel. That's the land that bore us, man. All right, that held us, man. All right, that the Lord gave it to us, and we forsook the land by sacrificing to other gods on that land, man. All right, you got Jake now sacrifices to other gods by means of Jesus Christ. All right, which we know is the so-called white man. All right, he's set up in this world as a so-called white man. You got it. Right?
It says, I brought you up with gladness, but with sorrow and heaviness have I lost you.
Because we chose to worship other gods, man. We chose not to stand on the foundation which we was taught by Yahweh Shem Shai, which was the law, statutes, commandments given unto Moses that was given unto us. We chose not to follow those. And we chose to follow after the ways of the heathen, like most of our people are now, man. Jake riding down the street in a goddamn car, probably 8 people in that motherfucker, screaming out shit that he probably don't understand what the fuck he's talking about.
I think it was 6'9". It sounded like 6'9".
I got a precept.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Mention Moses. This is Deuteronomy chapter 32, and let's start in verse 8. It says, let's start in verse 7. It says, and the Lord said unto Moses, go get thee down, for thy people which thou broughtest out of the land of Egypt have corrupted themselves. They have turned aside quickly out of the way which I commanded thee. They have made them a molten calf, and have worshipped it, and have sacrificed thereunto, and said, these be thy gods, O Israel, which have brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And the Lord said unto Moses, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people.
Hey, doesn't it say that in I believe in Isaiah?
Yep.
All right, right there, man. They came to Aaron with all the gold that they had and told him to make and told Aaron to make them a god, man.
You know, it's funny, out of all the people in the world, who are like the people who actually cleave to Egyptian gods? Our people.
Yep.
They're showing you that we come, at one time bondage underneath Egypt. We even had another kingdom that's into that mess.
Right.
You know?
And where'd they get that gold from? They got that gold from Egypt. Because they left with great substance coming out of Egypt. They were basically the Egyptians was just giving them whatever they asked for.
They sent them away.
Sent them away.
Yep, and you can read that in Psalms 105.
Right.
I think I'm gonna grab that.
You know,
a lot of our people, you know, they carry the unk. You know, they carry the weight of Egypt. They put that shit in their nose, pierce themselves heavily. And all that. You know, our people, like you clearly see who are the Israelites today. You know, it's evident. It's like the kingdom. They kept the way of the pyramid. You know, when they was in when they first came over there, they built the pyramid like when we was in bondage, man. How would they know something like that unless they were in captivity? You know what I mean? Everything is evidence just showing you that our people still are, they're wicked as hell, and they keep, they do what they know. And a lot of majority of times in these captivities where we were under, we took the ways of the heathen, and we took under the way what we knew.
And like you were saying, how did they learn how to make a golden calf, an idol, out of gold? How did they learn how to make that statue to worship to? Because they seen it going on in the land of their captivity in Egypt, man. So they were doing what they learned from the heathens, like the brother was going into, and even how to worship these other gods and these idols, man. They probably had a ceremonial ritual. We do this, we bow down. This point of the day, this point of the evening. Certain things they would say, this, that, and so forth, man. The same thing that our people are doing today, man. Jesus Christ, okay? They're in these churches, all right? And they're basically, they have a pattern of way they worship, man. And Sunday, where are people at? They're in the churches, and different periods throughout the week, man. The church pastor might open up with hymns, and then he gets into preaching, then he's passing the offering plate around, and then he's gonna have he'll call people up to the altar and let me pray for you. Our people, the same thing that was going on in Egypt, man. Hey, there's nothing new under the sun. You got it, huh?
Yeah, it just same thing. Verse 4. So I brought you about with gladness, but ye have sinned before the Lord your power, and done that thing that is evil before him. But what shall I now do unto you?
And what is the thing that is evil that we did in front of the eyes of the Lord, man? Like the brother read in the book in Deuteronomy. It was Deuteronomy and Exodus. I think it was Deuteronomy.
No, it was Exodus.
Oh, Exodus. Idol worship, man.
Yep.
That's the thing that caused us to be cast away from you. How about Shinal Shah? Now we are in the time of returning unto the Lord, man. All right, return unto the Lord, seeking with all thy heart. I got a precept.
Hey, as you find it, when the Egyptians come over here, they don't even talk the Egyptian shit.
Yeah.
You don't see them wearing hats and talking all that Kemet shit and all that. They don't talk none of that shit, man. But we the only. I haven't seen it, man.
Hey, they'll yeah, you're right. They come over here and they'll be in the church. They're like, I'm a Christian.
They say they're Americans, man.
Right.
They happy they be over. They happy they're over here.
Right. They've adopted the ways of America when they come over.
They turn into Edomites.
Right. You don't see them pushing that African shit.
But Jake, Jake, they're over here. They cleave into the Egyptology, man. Kemet, Man, that's pretty much what my family was into. They was into the hieroglyphics, the Sphinx, the what you call it? Because it's mad books about Egypt and the pyramids and the ways of the Sphinx, the meaning of it, and so forth. Our people, so I just showed you, man. Our people still got that wickedness. Hey, call all your shot. It just showed you, man. Our people were embedded in underneath, was in captivity. We are the people that built those pyramids in ancient Egypt. Right. We are those same people, which were Hebrew Israelites in this modern day of time. And it's evidence. It shows, man. Evidence is evidence upon evidence upon evidence. It shows you who we are, man. And you can't knock that, man.
Jacob pick up a knife.
Esau tried to say you teaching hate and so forth. Jake get angry, but hey, the truth is the truth, man. You can't hide it no more. You got it.
They mad because you're talking about their God. You know that motherfucker right there on the. I just noticed Caesar was on the window.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
You know?
They go back to Egypt.
Yeah, right.
That moon behind them, it goes back to Egypt, man.
God, yep. Right, moon worship, moon and sun worship. You got it. I got Jeremiah 17, 4. Jeremiah 17:4. And thou even thyself shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
And that fire that we kindle amongst the Lord is because of what it is that we did, man. Out here, just like the brother is talking about, Jake want to cling to other gods instead of clinging to the only power that's real in this whole entire universe, man. The one that created the universe. Jake want to cleave to a damn cat with what's that? It's like a damn black cat. The Egyptian bullshit. I don't know who the fuck it is, what the name is. It don't matter because it's an idol. But that shit like a damn cat. I don't know. That's it. And all they know and all they receive at the end of that is death, man.
That don't even get you nowhere.
That's real dumb. It don't get you no woman. It don't get you no money. It don't get you things that Jake looking forward to receive in this world.
That's a nice truck. That's a nice Jeep.
Yeah, it is. But all they doing is blasting nigga music out.
But at the end of the day, they don't get you nowhere. Basically, loving in society is just gonna come to failure. It's gonna make you depressed. It's gonna make you stressed. You're always gonna be laughing. You're never gonna get what you really want in this society. Because the society was made for failure. Especially if you're a so-called black Latino Native American. All right, finish out.
Oh yeah, if you basically we got discontinued from our heritage because of idol worship, man. Because of breaking the law, statute, commandments, man. For doing the things contrary to how about you outside. Oh, yeah.
Keep spreading the word. Keep spreading the word.
That's what we're gonna do, brother.
He says, what shall I now do unto you? I'm a widow and forsaken. Go your way, O my children, and ask mercy of the Lord. As for me, O Father, I call upon thee for a witness over the mother of these children, which will not keep my commandment.
Hey, we didn't keep the Lord's commandment. We didn't keep the covenant that the Lord gave unto us through Moses, man. All right, we chose willingly to break the law, statutes, commandments, man. But if you read in the book of Isaiah, I can't remember specifically where that scripture is, where Isaiah asked the Lord, why hast thou caused us to sin against me? Just fucking paraphrase. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Let me see if I can.
I didn't get money. I didn't even leave my phone.
And the same thing's happening today. Our people are following the ways of the world. Whatever Esau pushes in this system, in this society, okay, they follow right along behind it. Okay? Look what's going on in the umbrella of pandemic and disease, man. You're really starting to see, how manipulated and how they are basically persuaded by whatever this devil pushes, man. The devil basically telling you to do some crazy shit, and these people think it's normal, it's right, it's okay,
Oh yeah. Isaiah 63 and 17. Isaiah 63 and 17.
You said 63?
About 17.
It's Isaiah 63, and we're going to go down to verse 17. It says, O Lord, why hast thou made us to err from thy ways, and hardened our heart from thy fear? return for thy servant's sake the tribes of thine heritage.
Hey, yep.
You
Somebody
know?
was there more.
The people of thy holiness have possessed it but a little while. Our adversaries have trodden down thy sanctuary. We are thine. Thou never bearest rule over them. They were not called by thy name.
Yep. These other nations have not been called by the name of the Lord, man.
Right.
But the Lord put the spirit on us to be rebellious, okay? So the Lord can show us throughout this world who's in charge and who's not in charge. So the Lord can show us what is it to be good and what is it to be evil.
Right. And if these other nations were so-called grafted in, you know, and the scriptures are clear about who the Lord's people are, how could it be an even? Okay, let's say they were grafted in, so they're getting the same reward as the Israelites.
That's not balance. You know, the Lord is about balance.
Right. That won't even make sense.
That's a false balance,
You know?
man.
Yeah, I know you're the Israelites, you know, but I'm another nation, and the little graft is on the end too, so I'm getting what you get.
Yeah.
That don't make sense.
That don't make sense.
That's a false balance. Even with going into you know, concerning the law with the firstborn.
Yep.
You know, the firstborn got, you know, the blessing, and you got more than the secondborn and thirdborn. You know.
You can, if you don't mind,
It says, as for me, O Father, I'll call upon thee for a witness over the mother of these children, which will not keep my covenant, that thou bring them to confusion and their mother to a spoil, that there may be no offspring of them.
We've been brought to a confusion, man. All right? And the land of Israel has been spoiled, man. Like the brother just read in Isaiah 63 and 17, those people overtook the sanctuary, man. All right?
And they made relics. They got a relic. There's one in New York. There's one in London.
Yep. It's like a tower. It's
There's a little.
It's like an ark.
Right, the ark of Titus.
Yeah.
You know, you can do your research on that, and they actually display them ransacking the temple, coming out with the menorah, the golden cup, all basically taking the items out the temple, man. You know.
Ever since then, our sanctuary has been tracked down.
You know. And they got to return all that, man.
They're
gonna
return.
Right. Because wealth is never lost; it's just transferred. And everything that they took from us, they're gonna. And Esau probably really has those, you know, in a bunker somewhere. Some of these elites probably really got those ancient items. You know,
that's how you know they know who we are. Esau knows who we are.
Hey, like in the Simpsons, that Elder Yashua, he had posted on his YouTube page, like, you know how they could just grab something and just put it on there.
Yeah.
They had on the Simpsons that Burns went down somewhere and he was looking at a page, and the page had the name of the Lord on it, and in actual Paleo Hebrew. Just to back you up on what you're saying, that they got stuff buried, the ancient relics buried down there somewhere where only they know.
Right. You think Esau's letting that go?
Hell no.
Yo, we lost it. We lost the menorah. All the stuff we took from the temple. Nah, man, they got that somewhere. It was passed on from generation to generation. Because Esau, these elites understand reincarnation. You know, they know that, hey, when they die, they're going to come back and stand in their life. You know?
And a lot for you Edomites is death, man.
Right.
It's slavery,
you know?
Yep.
And that's why they pass shit down to the kids. You know? Generational wealth. They know that, hey, one day when they come back, they're going to come right back into power. They're coming right back as an elite, you know? So he's I left this for my son, and eventually a third and fourth generation, you know, he's coming, you know, standing back in his lot. The same way the prophets are standing in their lot, man. You know?
It says, let them be scattered abroad. Let them be scattered abroad among the heathen. Let their names be put out of the earth. For they have despised my covenant. Who be unto thee as sure that thou that hidest the unrighteous in thee? O thou wicked people, remember what I did unto Sodom and Gomorrah.
All right, yep. So first, the Lord scattered us. Look at the curses, Deuteronomy 28. I think it's 28 and maybe 60 something. I mean, let me just double check. But the Lord scattered us, man, and it's all throughout the scriptures in the Old Testament and the New Testament.
37, right?
Yep. It's in the Old Testament and in the New Testament. James 1:1 tells you to the 12 tribes scattered abroad from the greetings, you know. All right, and then within the there's somewhere else.
You got Acts 13 chapter.
Yep. And then
Paul was talking about beckoning with Israel and even the foreigners, man, of Israel, man.
And then you got Yahushua having they asked, was he gonna go to the dispersed? Those people that those people that was
Among the
yeah,
Gentiles, right.
those people that was dispersed among the Gentiles. Okay, those are other Israelites, man, that took on the customs of the heathen. All right, going into the Greek society. Jake in the Apocrypha, Jake recircumcised themselves. All right, took on the customs of the heathens. All right, built gymnasiums, such and so forth like that. So,
I'm just saying, during that time, our people were Greeks, our people were Romans, man.
Mm-hmm.
Our people really took the ways of the ruling power, man. Even today, look at how our people have flocked to the heathens, man. Who's the ruling power? The so-called white man.
Yep.
So our people have become fucking Edomites, man.
Right.
Crackers.
Right. Yep.
That's why the so-called black man, he blondes his hair, he puts his blonde, he tries to talk like them. The so-called black woman, she puts a blonde wig on. Even the so-called Latina woman, Hispanic woman, they want to look like the so-called white man because they're underneath them. They've been taught their ways. So our people have become heathens, man.
Yep.
Simple and plain.
Just like the brother read in Jeremiah 7:24.
Right?
Our heritage is taken away.
That's right. What do you expect to learn in a society where you was told basically you're a person? You was taught nothing. You wasn't taught about you being a Hebrew Israelite. We wasn't born taking heed to our holiday, our high holy days, anything about Yahweh Shem Shah. We learned Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween, Easter.
Go out there and look for eggs laid by a rabbit.
By a rabbit, man.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Which is coming up.
New Year's.
Yeah.
Spring, summer, and so forth, man. So everything we learned, so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, we learned of our heathen, man. And we have here it is. Out of all our years on this earth, that's all we know. That's why it sounds foreign and crazy when the so-called black or Latino Hispanic comes up and he hears this. Like, hold on, what are you talking about, man?
It's not real.
He's teaching hate.
He's having that cognitive dissonance because he's been taught something for so long, and something new is coming into the plate. He can't take it. He don't understand.
That's right, because that just shows you how much of a heathen our people have become.
And they say that we're teaching hate. We're a hate group. Meanwhile, these niggas will celebrate Thanksgiving, man. How is Thanksgiving not hate? How is that? How is that not a pushing hate? Having people celebrate the destruction of their own people.
Well, telling so-called blacks and Latinos they need to go to college and get the white man's education. That's hate.
That's hate.
We're not Americans, man. So-called blacks,
right.
Latinos, and Hispanics, we're not Americans, man.
Right.
We are the chosen of the Yasharala, man.
Right.
And our people have took on these customs, man. And our people actually, if our people have got to that mindset, if they don't get college degrees, and they don't make it money, then it's the end. They get a low self-esteem, they're broken, they end up on drugs. Huh? They know he looking out the window now. Damn it, they're in front of us.
What the mic camera? The one up at the top.
He sent all the kids to the
Yeah, kids, get up.
Don't hear this.
He had to call. He got to make a report. God damn it, the Hebrew Israelites in front of us. What do we do about this? It says, let them be scattered abroad among the heathen. Let their names be put out of the earth. For they have despised my covenant. Woe be unto thee, Asher, that thou hidest unrighteous envy. O thou wicked people, remember what I did unto Sodom and Gomorrah.
Remember what the Lord did unto Sodom and Gomorrah. The Lord is about to bring Sodom and Gomorrah, all right, on America. So it's going to be Sodom and Gomorrah times 2.
Now we're looking at what? Big Frida?
Oh, that's fucking thing.
Yo, that's crazy, man. You got a nigga named Saucy Santana. You got Lil Nas X now. You got, that's just the new thing now. Homosexuality. Freak show. Freakism. Wild sexual lust desires, man. That's the normal now. That's why America, the bitch, going to be destroyed. And it's crazy how everybody has this mindset that America's going to keep going and going and going.
Yeah, Energizer Bunny.
Yeah. I'm 20 years old, 19 years old, and I'm going to stay in college for 10 years and make money.
The drum just going to keep beating.
Yeah, get the hell out of here, man. America's about to be destroyed, man.
Right.
Basically, majority of these kids, well, they're not even kids. You're actually grown adults. That's another lie. When you're 12 years old, you're grown. You've been lied to, man.
That's another part of the so-called white man's mind control, man. And keeping you in this controlled state, saying you're an adult and here it is, you're 19. I'm 21 now. I'm grown.
You're not even grown. They still call you a little kid.
Yeah. You're young. You
still got so much time.
Right. Baby, you know?
You're a baby.
Yeah, you got these kids. They go to school. They graduate. They go to college. They might have to do some other stuff after college. And now I'm gonna see what I want to do with my life.
35, man. You're 35.
35 years old.
I was watching this video from one of the videos I had sent y'all in the group chat. The guy was breaking down the education system. He said you go to school for 20 years, work for 25 years in your life, and then by the time you retire, if you make it there, you'll be 60 years old.
And Esau don't even want you. Right. Yeah. And Esau don't even want you to enjoy nothing when you retire. By the time you get that age, your body's fucked up.
Exactly.
Might get cancer. It was a thing back in the day that what was going on when Jake finally retired. It seemed like they just got cancer and they died off. Because that's what happened to my grandfather. Yeah, you're right. He worked goddamn till he was 65 years old, retired. Right at the same year he retired, he caught cancer and died. So that's the notion of you just a goddamn workhorse until you turn 60 and then you just die off, man.
Esau's trying to get that money back.
Now they got your kids.
Esau said, you retired? Oh, okay. Where you get that money back?
Put a goddamn button.
You know? You got cancer and $125,000. You know?
To shoot you up with chemotherapy, that's only making you sick.
And it's crazy because when I was looking at that video I sent in the group chat, basically it's not even no more genres of music anymore. Everything is just fused in the room. Rock and roll is rap, himbo is house music. House music is trap.
You're right. Look at that Astro World, that Travis Scott concert.
That's what I'm saying.
The demonic shit going in the background.
Ain't no more genre. Ain't no more genre. That's why Edomites is like a rap
concert. You got these fires shooting out, smoke. You got some black figure with horns coming up on the big screen.
R&B is rap. R&B is rap.
15, 20 years ago, you would have thought you was in a rock concert.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell's going on?
You
didn't hear no music. You know what I'm saying? You didn't hear no music. You would be like, okay, this is a rock concert. Look at these people, man. Basic mosh pit, goddamn. And there's a lot of heavy demonic activity going on at these concerts, man. A lot of rituals go down. A lot of rituals go down, you know, at these concerts, man. You know, at these performances.
And it's hard when like a stepping stone to see how dumb you people have gotten.
God.
To see how much the enchantments and sorceries that have gotten to y'all people. God. To the point now, I just seen a trainer yesterday walking around with 5 boys, man. Little kids, man. This place is through. This place is fucking through, man. You know? There's no more, you know, what's left, we prophesy against this place, and the Lord brings his works to manifest. He manifests his works, man.
Right. No, you in the spirit. The whole point of bringing this out is because we want the Lord to destroy this place, man. Right. With fire and brimstone, like he did Sodom and Gomorrah, man.
You ask these women, what's your purpose in life? To get a career, education, and get money, and live and be like a goddamn man.
Your purpose in life, really, as a woman, is to serve your man.
That's right.
While your man is serving the Lord.
Whoa.
Where the goddamn men in that London?
Toxic masculinity or
yes, training to do goddamn.
Why are you so angry? Calm down, angry black man.
Ridiculous, man. Jake is ridiculous, man. But that's the mindset of our people.
No. Toxic
masculinity. You're over masculine.
How can I be who I'm not supposed to be? Which is a damn man. You got it.
All right, it says, whose land lieth in clouds of pitch and heaps of ashes. Even so also will I do unto them that hear ye not.
Hey, those that hear not Yahweh Shem outside. So these people walking up and down the street, they especially the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, y'all hear this word, the Lord is marking you. Can you get if you don't, can you get 94? I think it's Ezekiel 94 where instead of mark upon the heads of them.
God.
It is crazy because again, you know, it's you know, it's no more excuses of you being dumb now. Because you got so much, you basically got a computer in your hand. So there's no excuse to say you're not underneath enchantments and sorceries and witchcraft is being thrown on these people, man. You know? Everything you've been taught you've been lied to your mom, your dad, your parents. your family members, they all lie to you, man. You know, you can't be out here just doing what you want. You know, everybody knows if they want a red light, you might get a ticket, right? If you do certain crimes out here, you might get locked up. But people have forgotten, hey, it's a law in the Bible, but you have to keep. If you don't keep that, you pretty much become you become a bug out. You become a weirdo. And what's going to come in the end, when the Lord makes things manifest, His words, what He already spoke of, the bitch is going to hit you. And a lot of, hey, like I said, winter's coming. A lot of bad times is coming. So when bad times come, you people are going to get devoured in that, man. Simple and plain. Look at these men out here. You can't say these are young boys. These are men out here. They don't know how to fight. They can't defend themselves, man. Because America has been bred for boys to be comfortable, for women to be comfortable. So you don't have to, a man doesn't have to be a man. A woman doesn't have to be a woman. You can go to Walmart, you can throw stuff in a microwave. So you don't have to, there's no thoughts of anything can happen to me, man. But that goes into what? Isaiah 47, when they tell you the virgin daughter, because nothing bad has really happened to America. Right. That's why these people just walk around like they in Disneyland.
Haven't been touched yet.
You know? How you a 20-year-old kid? You're not even slap my bet on the kid. How you walk around 20 years old, 30 years old, thinking you still in Disneyland, man?
Well, they got a kid mindset.
And that just shows you TV, your parents have lied to you, man. Yeah. Bad times is coming. Money's not going to save you. The MOTB is ready to come. You already saw this fake pandemic, COVID and so forth, which was all a lie. It's about to be a famine out here. What are you going to do when there's no food, which is already orchestrated, man?
Still going to have your mask on?
Come on, man.
Like, I'm about to die, starvation, but I'm walking around with a goddamn mask on. And you going to see that shit. Watch. You going to see that shit. You know?
Yeah, these people are proud now. They think that education is going to save them now. Right. They think that money is going to save them now. Mommy and daddy's going to save them. We're going to see in that day, man. You got it?
I'm going to pull this out now. This is Psalms 94. Let's start from the top. Oh Lord Yahweh, to whom vengeance belongeth. O Yahweh, to whom vengeance belongeth, show thyself. Lift up thyself, thou judge of the earth. Render a reward to the proud. Lord, how long? If you say,
no, good, go ahead. People are in this mindset, they can just believe in who they want to believe. They can believe in themselves. They can believe in their gun. They can believe in their money. They can believe in their car. They can believe in their mommy and daddy. But that just shows you how pretty much how the Lord hit himself. But the Lord is about to make his power manifest, man. You're really about to see, go ahead. You really about to see, because you really, turned your back. You thought it was all about yourself. That's why the scripture says in the last days, people shall be lovers of themselves. Everybody's selfish out here. Everybody think the world revolves around you. It doesn't. There's ways you have to move out here. You can't do what you want to do. Because the repercussions of that is death and punishment, man.
And that's what the Lord brings about the brother reading that. Vengeance, man. Vengeance belongs unto the Lord.
Hey, the Lord is really ready to start dropping people out here. People think it gets scourged or something bad can happen, man. But here it is, America's crumbling. But they got this facade where America's going to keep going and going. And I feel, hey, you so-called foreigners out here that come to America, you're heavily deceived, man. Go ahead.
It says, Lord, how long should a wicked triumph? How long shall they utter and speak hard things, and all the workers of iniquity boast themselves?
Yeah, because, the Arabs, so-called Chinese, so-called Africans and so forth, they lied to their kids and send them over here and say, yeah, you get the American education, you'll be good. But they don't tell you the things that go behind the closed doors in America, the freakinism, the drugs and so forth. When you go to these major corporate buildings, these big companies, there's a lot of wickedness that happen in these companies, man. That's why a lot of people, they don't talk about these things. That's why a lot of people are bug outs here. Go ahead.
It says
a lot of homosexuality acts, a lot of witchcraft, sorcery, man. Go ahead. But like I said, your mom, your parents have been lied to, man. You got a lot of old people out here that thought America was the best thing happening. That America was the best thing smoking out here. But what they've been, they inherited lies, man. They just taught you education, career, and money. Oh, the world is way bigger than that, man. You know? Go ahead. We live in a wicked society where a lot of wickedness is being pushed, man. A lot of people think they could do what they want, but at the end of the day, you're gonna get judged, man. Go ahead.
Back in Psalms 94.
Laugh now, cry later, and die later. Go ahead. Laugh now, die, and cry later.
They break in pieces thy people, O Lord, and afflict thine heritage. They slay the widow and the stranger and murder the fatherless. Yet they say the Lord shall not see, neither shall the power of Jacob regard it. Okay?
Go ahead, you got it, Matthew.
God, you know, and these elites, they think that, hey, they think what they're doing in closed doors, behind the scenes, these different wicked decrees they put out against the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay,
no.
You know, they're not gonna get judged for it, man.
What's that scripture where it said, hide in thy enchantments?
Isaiah 45. Is it 45?
Isaiah 45.
You know, and I'm gonna get you the scripture you want in Ezekiel 9.
You done with breaking down yours?
Yeah. I'm done with that. I'm gonna jump straight to Ezekiel 9, and you wanted 4, right? It says, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the heads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
And those are the ones that has heard the words of the Lord, going back to what the brother was reading in the second chapter. I specifically forgot the verse what he was reading, but those that heard the word of the Lord, they out there sighing and crying, man. But those, there's more there, right? Yeah. But those that don't hear the word of the Lord, those the ones that's not sighing and crying, the Lord got something for you.
Hey, God. It says, and to the others he said, in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary, that they began at the ancient men which were before the house. Hey, so those same men that are sighing and crying soon, hey, the Lord is going to turn them into what? Some hunters, you know, ultimate killing machines, the ultimate warriors, you know, and then they're going to go through the city. And what does it say? Judgment starts at the house of Israel, just like it said in verse 6. It says, and begin at my sanctuary, you know. Hey, judgment's going to start with you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You know, those men that receive spiritual powers, hey, they're coming after you wicked jakes first, man. You know, and they're going to kill you, okay, put you to death in spectacular fashion, man. You know, spiritual powers, operation and manipulation of the elements, man. You know, you got it.
That's right. Can you keep going in second Ezra?
It says,
because that's all I get. That's the judgment that's going to happen unto those that don't hear the words of the Lord. Right? You're going to get judged either by famine, by the sword, or by fire, man. All right. You got it. All right.
Verse 10. Thus said the Lord unto Esdras, tell my people that I would give them the kingdom of Jerusalem, which I would have given to Israel. Their glory also will I take unto me, and give these the everlasting tabernacle which I have prepared for them.
Can you get 2 Corinthians 15 chapter? Everlasting tabernacles, man. I think it's 1 Corinthians 15 chapter. It's like the everlasting tabernacles. Guess what that is? Those are those new bodies, man. New bodies, man. Who don't want to get out of this foul, the range, decrepit body, man?
What's the other verse start?
So the brother, the Lord has the heavenly, he has heavenly tabernacles waiting for us, man, and we're gonna receive those. Yahweh desire we be those men, all right, and you women and children that are listening and are wholehearted believers of Yahweh Shema Shah, y'all gonna receive those in these chariots when the Lord beams us up. We got it.
Isaiah 40:31. But they that wait upon the Lord.
Oh, wait means to hope, to expect, to be patient.
Good. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. And they shall walk and not faint.
Hey, what's that old saying? Superman? Is it a bird? Is it a plane?
No, it's Superman.
That's what they gonna be saying. You're like, oh man, is it a bird? Is it a plane? Hey, that's how Lord Willem was part of those men that are gonna be flying through the air, man.
Yep.
Lifting up buildings. You might have a brother that shoots fire out of his hands, man.
And we're going to be able to get that rest, which Yahushua promised us. What is that in Hebrews, the 3rd chapter, if I'm not mistaken? He talks about a promise of rest that he ordained for us.
Right.
We're not going to, who actually loves going to school till you got there 18, 19,
20 years of school.
And then you got to go to college for what, 8 years? And then you still don't have enough. Do you leave it with debt? I mean, even if you get a damn grant, it doesn't even matter,
Now, the majority of your life is already over. I mean, by the time you hit, hey, look at these people, man. Especially Edomites, man. By the time they hit 50 years old, their bodies are they almost can't work. They tell me you gonna get out of college at 31, 32, 35. You got 10 years to
20 years.
10 women have racked up bodies. You might as well go ahead, any number she tell you,
right?
You might as well divide it by 10.
No. Multiply.
Right. Multiply by 10.
Right.
Because it's a triple digit number.
Can't be modest on these hoes.
And if you really look at how the system society set up, our people will be better off, so to speak, if they actually got a trade and started, doing something at a young age, man. Because the time you're a grown man, by the time you turn 12, 13 years old, you just think about it. By the time you turn 12, 13, you start your own trade, painting, working on cars, you started your own little company. By the time you reach 20 years old, you got 6, 7 years of experience.
The woman was already ordained and given the marriage, and men was already being prepared for
Right.
Really, what you did, whatever your father did, that's what you did.
Like,
and then we had a structure and a unit and a community
right.
that we all basically split bitch in.
Right.
So it was no chop. We go back to the law. Right. Even if we had poor, we regarded them.
Right.
You got it.
Yeah. I mean, you got these people that say, "Oh, I didn't graduate high school now. What do I want to do with my life?"
I know a similar like that now. They try to push up. Well, we don't know what he wants to do. He's 19 years old, man. But this is America, man. What do you do?
Yeah, you're right though.
They don't do nothing to commit wickedness.
Right. And then they don't know how to. They graduate, don't know how to do nothing. You got a nigga that graduated high school or even college. He don't know how to change his oil.
Because what they push is to be glamorous.
Right.
Quick money.
Right.
And then you get women. And then you can really live a life. No, it don't work like that. And that's all been a facade. And that's why people have really pierced themselves through wickedness, man. And they eventually burn themselves up, man. Here it is, you live in a society where these kids can't rap a lick. These kids, they don't even know how to survive out here, man. These kids are basically just about to get devoured, man. Which it ought to be. Because they're through. They don't have no, relationship skills, social skills, relationship skills, and structure. That's the most important things you can have, man.
Structure really is the most important thing you can have, because that's order, man.
That's right.
If you're in order, your house is gonna be in order. And if your house is in order, everything else around you is gonna be in order.
If you have structure, that you're gonna learn discipline.
That's right.
You're gonna learn all these things. You're gonna learn the necessity of living in a society, man. Everybody's into their goddamn phones, man. You go to talk to people, and these people be 20 years old. They don't know how to talk.
So I'm gonna get worse.
The elites try to push that so-called celebrityism upon these average people, man. It's back in the day.
Everybody can be the same.
Right.
Everybody's special.
Right.
Everybody is special.
And back in the day, you had a celebrity and they would be like these people you see on their phones, man, always taking pictures, trying to be in the limelight, trying to be all this and that, and look at me. Now, everybody's a celebrity now. Everybody's got a phone. Everybody's got Instagram, Facebook, taking pictures, this and that, trying to get likes, and you can monetize your shit, get paid off it. Now it's your job. Now you got these women, that's all they goddamn do is Instagram. And you even got that thing going out with the ticks on TikTok. People are basically getting demons on them through, they call it tick syndrome. They'll just bug out and say some crazy shit, almost like Tourette's, you know? The elder from South Carolina did a video on that. It's called, just go on Google and type in TikTok ticks. You know, these people are like got demons on them, man. They'll be talking and then they'll develop these disorders where they'll do it like all the time. Like every couple minutes, they'll just say the same shit. Or every couple minutes, they'll be sitting down and they just have to stand up real quick and come back and sit back down again. Or every couple minutes, that one girl, yeah, this shit was kind of funny. Like every couple minutes, she like does some weird face and flicks the camera off. And she just does that everywhere she goes. Every couple minutes, she's just like, she don't even know why she did it and she can't help it.
Man, that's why we need to get the fuck out of here. That's why we need to get the fuck out. So we ain't out here bugged the fuck out like the rest of the
people are bugging out off social media, man. And if you think about it, you spend that much time looking at a screen, this devil's liable to cut anything. You know, he might put some trance shit in the background, you know. And off the strength of social media, a lot of these people are losing their minds, man. You know, they are becoming bugged out, you know, and they're depressed as well, man. You know, you try to take some, go somewhere and be like, could you go without your phone for 24 hours? They look at you like you're crazy, you know, or not even that, without social media, you know. When you go without being on social media for 24 hours, man.
No,
you know,
10 minutes.
They couldn't do it, man. You know. Go ahead.
Yep. Isaiah 47:1 says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. But thou shalt not be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind mill, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers." And you know, hey, it's like a lot of hoes have gotten into that channel industry hoes. They come on with a lot. He come up with a lot of good stuff. You know, Esau really cut off a lot of channels, which was exposing a lot. You know, the educational system is a fraud. The college is a scam. Is a fraud. You know, your jobs and so forth. A lot of, you know, YouTube has really cut down a lot of source. You know, what do you call it? Pretty much information that lets you know that, you know, America's full of shit, man. But these people love and cleave to America as if, hey, like the scripture said, woe to thee that trust in Egypt. You trust in oppression.
Basically, anything that comes against him and his system, he's basically, you know, at war with. He's trying to shut down, man. These so-called conspiracy people on YouTube. A lot of people got banned from YouTube, man. You know, and now they got to use these different platforms like BitChute and these Odyssey, you know, which eventually that's gonna get shut down as well, you know. But anybody that speaks against this man, his system, the society, the way he rules this place and what's going on, you know, basically you're despised. Okay, you know, your channel's gonna get flagged, your videos gonna get taken down. You're gonna be portrayed as some hate person or that you're crazy or bugged out, you know. But that's how they deal with a lot of these so-called conspiracy theories, and the majority of these conspiracy theories are true, you know, and actually have came to pass, you know. But that's what Esau labels you. He's a conspiracy theorist, man. You know, when the evidence is right before your eyes, man, you can look at the evidence yourself, make your own judgment. These people are so bugged out and so involved in the system of society, they don't even want to do research. They don't want to find out. They don't want to know the truth. They might believe that actually might be true, but I'm not going to go. I don't want to know. You know, I don't want to hear it, you know?
Truth hurts.
Right.
Truth hurts, and it's so much easier to live a life.
Right. See, that's what I'm saying. It's easy for me just to go along with the flow. It's like our people in these churches. You know, you might tell me like, man, you know, that's, you know, but they'll just still go along with the flow, man. You know, you can even tell them what the Lord's name is, and what do they leave saying? Jesus Christ.
What's that? When you go into the videos that you sent earlier, you go into that. It shows you how pretty much that just goes to show you how weak, how emotional weak these people are, especially our people, because they're scared of change. They're scared to accept the truth because the truth requires change. And it requires you changing and being different, doing something that you're not normal of doing. It's easy to pick up a cigarette. It's easy to be a nigga. It's easy to pick up the phone. You know, it's hard to study and really actually examine yourself and change yourself. That takes work, man. But that's what people don't want to do.
And this Edomite told me at the gym the other day, Salaki, he was like, people want change quick and hurry, but they're not willing to put the work in to get the change.
If you want to lose weight and get muscle, it hurts.
Right.
And it requires you actually Hey, there you go.
Pain. You got to go through that pain to receive that glory.
You actually had to study what you really have to do to lose weight. You had to study what you had to do to actually change your diet and so forth. And that takes work. And that's the thing about these so-called Americans. They're scared of change.
Right. And we're out here working. We're out here working for treasures in heaven.
That's right.
You know, to get those, receive those treasures in heaven.
This hurts.
You know, we got to go through pain here. We got to go through that work. You know, you might receive this treasure. You know, when you you know, after this place is destroyed from what you've done. You know, on this point of your life for the Lord. You know, and it's gonna go. You're gonna receive a reward for the work you've done for Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. You know, and we are going through pain, man.
Right.
You know, we are going through. We're being oppressed constantly by this devil. We're in these bodies, man. We're afflicted. You know, you might just wake up next thing you know you're sick. It's wintertime and here it is. You got allergy. This devil is polluting the air, polluting the food. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Nah, but what you got, bro? You have more?
It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
That's why if you read Isaiah 63:1 and Revelation 19 chapter, it tell you how Yahweh is coming back, man. I tell you, he coming to try.
No, he's
try,
coming on a rain cloud. It says
passing
cloud.
out candy.
Coming on a rain cloud.
He coming giving out flowers.
Yeah.
Come
All
out
right,
to get
Christians, y'all believe that bullshit. And when you see the Lord come with
candy
anger,
and cupcakes. There's a cloud.
you see the Lord coming here with anger and fierce, and he's stumping the wine, treading the wine press, like it says in Isaiah the 63rd chapter. Y'all gonna know that prophets have been out here telling y'all what's about to happen.
It says, you good. It says, as for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, or daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt not be called the Lady of Kingdoms. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance and given them into thy hand.
Yeah, this ain't no longer the place to be, man. People don't want to. Hey, people are trying to get the hell out of here, man. You know, people ain't. These foreigners ain't looking at. Ain't looking at America like, man, I think we should go to America. You know, in the middle of this so-called pandemic, you know, we got to. They got to receive the juice. They got to wear a mask. You know, they got social distance. Laws and mandates are being changed so frequently and so quickly. You might not know what the hell is about to happen next week or even tomorrow. You know, they might push out a mandate. Oh, you know, you got to wear a mask. You don't got to wear a mask. Now you got to receive this. Now you got to receive that. You know, so there ain't no telling. You know what they're gonna have to go through. You know, this place is being brought down to the ground. This is no longer like the brother was reading. You know, the Lady of Kingdoms. You know,
and this place is being brought down first and foremost by the Spirit of the Lord.
That's right. That's
which
right.
Is these words.
God.
You got to understand that the Spirit of the Lord that's with us now, according to John the 14th chapter, is these words.
Yeah.
Okay. These words are pulling down these strongholds of America, man. You got
to. Yeah. You know, people are seeing that they're letting trainees.
Yeah.
Military.
You know,
women.
And then these other nations are like, you know how the enemy looks, and you know how the enemy looks at their enemy. They're like waiting for that perfect time to strike, that perfect time to pounce on it, you know. And they're looking at America like, hey man, they're getting weak. Letting women in the military, you know, this, that, and so forth, you know. So basically, these other nations, man, which are already prepared to destroy this place, man. You know, they're through the spirit power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. They're about to shoot them nukes off, man.
Yeah, that's what we want, man. Going back to what the brother had read earlier in 2nd Ezra, the Lord's gonna lead a land like Sodom and Gomorrah, man.
Right?
Nothing but pitch and dust, man.
Right. And they're looking at America like they're weak, man. You know,
this place is weak.
You know, and if you look at some of these other armies in hand-to-hand combat, you know, they put America to shame. You know, just look at some of the things they know how to do, how they know how to fight, how they know how to move.
We stuck them off as kids.
Very young, you know. What was that one joint where they were like breaking bricks?
In North Korea,
they were
like
using sledgehammers to break concrete over their hands, over their head and back. Yeah. You know, they're in shape, lean. You know, they ain't got all that extra fat, you know, hanging on their body from all that polluted food they're eating. You know, a lot of these other nations don't push GMO foods. They don't allow GMO foods in there.
Germany is one of them.
Right.
Well, in Korea, I think in Korea or China,
Yeah.
every man has to go into the military for at least 2 years.
God.
So every man has to know combat.
Right.
Or some type of warfare.
God.
But here in America, Timmy or John or your son could be a fan.
Right.
He could be a girl. If he feels
And
like
still
he's a
get in the
girl,
military.
yes.
Yeah.
A girl could be, you know what? I
want to fight.
I want to fight. I
Hey.
beat bitches up.
Right.
And then in the military, they let the women go through Ranger school, and within the women being in Ranger school, I'm not sure on the specifics on how they accommodate for them being there, but that school is 3 months long. While them women are in Ranger school, I'm sure they go through the phase of their cycle, man.
Right.
That's not going to stop what's going to happen. That's not going to stop
Right.
training because they go through the phases of their cycle,
Right.
man. But that just shows you, like the brothers were saying,
Right.
America's getting weak, man.
Everything's been turned upside down. Everything's out of order.
Yep.
These women are supposed to be doing what they're supposed to do at home, taking care of the kids, tending to their man. You know, they're not even supposed to be out here working these jobs, man. They're not supposed to have these high level positions over men. You know,
Back in the day, you had women that actually was groomed to
right.
relationship skills.
By the mother, yeah. You know, and the men were raised up to be warriors, man. They were raised up. They were taught to hey, look at the movie 300, man. How he's raising his son, combat. You know, how to fight, how to use a sword, and even how to hunt. You know, how to go out to the field, tend to the field. You know, grow stuff. You know, survive off the land.
How the hell?
You know?
How the hell men emotional and girls masculine? That don't even make sense, man.
Something in the
Yeah,
world.
and then these women, a lot of these women actually think they can beat up a grown ass man. You know, I know how to fight. You know, and they carry themselves like that, man. You know, a woman might start an argument with you, and my shit might go left. You know, if
she'll hit you first.
You know what I'm saying?
And then you'll go to jail.
I said,
You
I
know?
saw that. And I saw that. And,
Right. They might say some
Mexico,
shit that a grown man might not even say.
Yep.
And a grown man knows if I say this to this dude, we gonna fight.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fight.
that's right.
You know, after this, I might as well hit him first.
Yep.
You know, these women will say some shit. You know, like
They don't know. They don't have no boundaries, and they don't know their boundaries.
You
man.
know,
Women think they can walk around
Right.
at Disneyland. They can say what they want, do what they want. There's no repercussions.
because of
man.
Esau Edom, they know they can get on the phone and dial 911. You know, they got the police cracking too, and then they got all these simps. You got all these simps that, oh my God, he's fighting a woman. No. And they might beat you. Yeah, they might beat you up.
He might get shot.
Yeah. Said never hit a woman. Yeah, all right.
Always listen to your woman.
Right.
Woman do no
This
wrong.
big ass woman got you in a goddamn chokehold.
Mama know best.
Big ass chick got you in a chokehold. You on your last breath of air. But you ain't gonna hit to cut it out.
She done spit on you and all that.
You know, cut it
Get
out.
the fuck out there, goddamn.
It says, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance and given them into thy hand. Thou didst show them your mercy upon the ancient, has thou very, very heavily laid thy yoke.
Hey, they never want to let you jakes go, man. They constantly keep you oppressed. Okay, they're constantly afflicting you spiritually, mentally and physically. You know, they don't never want to let you go, man. You know, and you got these jakes looking to get reparations, this, that, and so forth. That's ridiculous, man. That's a slap in the face, man. You know, we're gonna get a true reparations. Is Esau? He's got to go into slavery, man. Like the scripture says, it's gonna be double unto him, man. You know, you got to go into slavery, so-called white man. You know.
And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it.
Yeah, you know, a lady forever. Like nothing ever bad is gonna happen to America. America's just gonna ride off into the sunset. You know, they can parade themselves around the whole earth, making war. You know,
That's funny you say that, because look at these women. These women don't think nothing is going to ever happen.
right. You know, you go to some of these other countries, they can go into a history of like there was a great battle that took place. You know, on their land, with half the people got slaughtered.
That's comfortability.
Right.
A woman can wear a bonnet. They don't got to look to the left or the right.
Right.
basically just be like, you know what? If anything bad happens, I just call the cops. But the thing about it is, cops are being fired. They're being let go.
Cops are quitting.
Yeah.
And it was just that article that a whole lot of cops got fired for giving false juice papers. You know, false jab papers. They were what do they call it? Artificial. And now there's jail time attached to that. Now if you put in artificial jab document to keep your job or whatever and so forth, you can do jail time for that shit, man. You know?
They're gonna start replacing these cops with military.
Hey,
people.
and with robots, military robots. Hey, a good movie for bros to check out is on Amazon Prime is Monsters of Man. You know, and it really shows how
look at robot.
Our robot. But the Monsters of Man, it was like some military robot.
Is that a recently new movie? Or?
I don't know. I watched about half of it. Yeah. But that's a good movie to check out. I still got to finish it. But them robots on there ain't playing around, bro. And they have like an AI system so they can think on their own. You know, Esau can put the objective into its mainframe of program, but they still think on their own. Like you might put the objective, you want this done, but it's going to do it how it sees the best way to do it. You know what I'm saying?
That's why,
it's heavy.
And that's why when you look at and go to these hospitals, that's why they take that much blood from you. That's why they take body parts. And that's why they don't just allow dead bodies. Everything is used and utilized. Plus, they had slaves, which back in slavery, they were guinea pigs. Yeah. So, what you think all these, for instance, where you think these uteruses are going?
Right.
Nothing on the body part goes to waste.
Right.
Esau is studying and using them to bring about these robots.
Well, hey, this brought the thing about Dr. Fauci using the dogs to allowing sand flies to eat these dogs' faces off, and the doctors had ripped they surgically removed the vocal cords out of the dogs so they could do these tests and studies. So they would have to hear the dog barking or yelling, and they put their heads in that little box thing and had sand flies literally eat their faces off, you know, until they died. And they basically just disposed of the animals, you know, and that's all done under the umbrella of science. They were trying to find a cure for this disease. You know what I'm saying? So they were torturing dogs. Hey, Google Dr. Fauci. What is it? I don't even know. You put in Dr. Fauci and dog study or dog torture. You know?
Yeah, it just shows you, man, that these damn devils gotta go. There's no peace for it. There's no rest for nothing on this planet, man.
Yeah, the elder from Baltimore, he did a video on it. You know, and they're trying to bring up all these charges against Dr. Fauci and you know,
but
right. And then and meanwhile, these people believe everything that Dr. Fauci says under the umbrella of pandemic and disease. You know, hey, you so-called niggas, Latinos, and Native Americans, like the brother was saying, you're the test subject as well, man. And this is nothing new. Esau's been doing this, man. Like the brother was going into. How you think he knows how to work on the brain? You know? How you think he knows how to work on the heart? How you think he knows how to amputate and do all these very technical and tedious surgeries, man? He was doing it on you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Many years ago.
That's why America has the so-called #1 medical system.
Right.
America known for what? Brain surgery? Or heart surgery? How do you think they were able to do that?
Right. Some things.
I wonder how.
Right. Some things you actually have to operate to learn how to do. It has to be working.
Yeah, it has to work.
You gotta have. You can just operate on a brain and your brain not be working. How you know if you fuck something up? You know.
Hey, the Lord gave this damn devil everything.
Right. Hey, Esau's using his blessing, man. You know.
And for wickedness.
He's using his blessing. You know.
Give him TV.
God.
Give them social media, give them a goddamn phone.
Give them NFL.
Give them pleasure.
Give them NBA.
Give them comfortability, so we can just control them. Give them Alexa. Give them soda pop. You don't got to get up and change that no more. Alexa.
Do that.
Turn on Alexa.
You ain't even got to drive your car no more. You can hit the automatic. You might just be riding down the highway. You might look to the left and see a nigga in a car like this, sleep. Car going around turns. You got autopilot now, bro. All you do is hit the button, slow it down, put the GPS in, and sit back and ride. Destination.
That's lazy. That's fucking lazy.
Like, yo, and you had somebody that died doing that because they fell asleep.
That died doing that.
Yeah, they fell in a Tesla. They fell asleep, and the system got, you know,
malfunction.
And these people have so much faith in the system, man. You know, here it is. They made a car that can drive itself, and you actually believe that shit. And the car drives itself. That's what they said on the bucket. I'm going. Next thing you know, you're in a ditch somewhere. You're underwater.
So you in the spirit world.
You gonna go in the spirit. Last thing you remember was jumping in Tesla and hitting autopilot, and now you're in the spirit world. You know, they explain you how you died in the spirit world.
But judgment was this.
And that's how Esau control you. False safety.
Yep.
You know, comfortability.
False sense of security.
Being lazy.
Yep.
You know, everything can pretty much being given to you.
Right.
Being a false celebrity or idol.
Yep.
That's how they control you.
And that's how they go back into these women. That's how these women feel. That false sense of security. If anything happens, I can just call 911. I can get help. Yep. You know, and 3 simps will come running full speed down the street. You know?
But one thing, they can just get all these avenues of money.
Right. You know?
Because they got this help from the system.
Right.
By the government.
Right.
And so forth.
Let a woman right now scream help to the top of her lungs.
8 people going on.
The whole world goddamn stop.
You might have a car drive over this joint and skirt. What happened? Need something?
Help? You all right?
Good?
The Elder Gabar did a video on that, man. How that
Yeah,
dude,
kind. Yep.
everything with her.
They did a study.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, girl was hitting
They
me.
was beating the shit out of him.
Soon as he
Soon as he
did,
ready to
you know, I'm tired of this shit. There you go.
start
Superman.
hitting me.
It says, what was Salaki? Yeah, okay. Verse 8, therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures that dwellest carelessly, that says in thine heart, I am and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. And that goes into 2 Thessalonians, what is it, the 4th chapter, man. Where it talks about how Esau has that godlike complex, man. You know, the so-called white man don't think he's ever going to go down. He don't think the infrastructure is ever going to go down, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Another reason he painted the likeness of his own image. Man.
That's right, man.
He had God complex. He wants you to literally bow down to him.
He the only nation that actually took the Bible and put it in, put it likeness into it, man.
Bow down to me, you know.
Here it is. The Bible said the Heavenly Father looked like a so-called black man, but the so-called white man got so much enchantments. Everybody thinks he's white now.
Read it out of context.
I'm like, he's Middle Eastern.
You know how many people that come up here and said, what's it this? What color is bronze? But like it's kind of.
But so what shall we do about the
Right.
Well, you know,
like it's kind of tan. They almost want to lean to like it could be like a darker shade of white. You know, like a little
right, sunburn.
Right. It's like, come on, man. Be for real, bro.
It said, but these 2 things, verse 9, but these 2 things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day.
This is the future of America right here. Go ahead,
the loss of children and widowhood.
Yep.
It shall come upon thee in the perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thy enchantments.
For the multitude of thy sorceries.
You're gonna see dead. You know, you're gonna see dead bodies out here, man. People yelling, screaming, mourning. My kids. You know, seeing people get slaughtered. And people gonna be scared to come out in these streets. You see all these people walking around right now, man. But soon they ain't gonna be walking, and they're gonna be scared to death to walk down the street like this, man. You know, they're gonna be scared for their life, man. That anytime somebody can jump out, a drone can fly over, take them out, a robot, these stormtroopers, or just a nigga down the street that's killing people, man. You know, especially these women, man. You know, there's come a time people ain't gonna be able to walk down the street. You know, they're gonna hide themselves, man.
America is known for the most weirdos, bug
Hey,
outs, prescription drugs,
bro.
People on psychotic meds.
And while this system is still running, people are doing this shit. You might have a mass murderer, a rapist, kidnapping.
In other countries, they just put the motherfucker to death.
God.
Go. I need counseling.
Right.
I need therapeutic. You know, I got a counselor.
Right.
I've been seeing for 10 years.
Imagine when this shit system is, I won't go to jail. There's no police.
He prescribed me 8 different types of medicines so it can control.
Right. They're gonna go all out, man.
I'm like, what?
They're gonna go all out. If you got a mass murderer out here who's killing people on the low. Imagine when he cannot. You know, he has nothing threatening his livelihood anymore, you know, so to speak. You know, you know, y'all have to worry about getting caught on camera, going before courts. You know, the police run, sir, we got a warrant for your arrest. He's going all out, man. He's gonna lose his wits.
Hey, look at how, and I've been seeing a lot of weirdos lately. Can you just imagine who's really watching that crazy fetish porn?
Bro.
Got women tied up.
They've been waiting to
this doing crazy shit to them. But these women, I'm telling you, man.
They're gonna be like, yo, real life. He said, what the?
I can't make my fetish.
There might not be no electricity. So they can't get that fixed no more. They can't get on the phone, sit there. Now they're like, fuck it.
I can bring my fetishes to life.
You know?
I got something. This is Revelation 18. I'm going to start at 4. I'm going to read 4 through 8, and then I'm going to hit these footnotes down at the bottom of my Bible.
Yeah, real quick, that's why the Lord said that the Lord is going to make a man more precious. And what type of man? Hey, an Israelite man.
Yep.
A man that's been girded in his truth, man. Not just no ordinary dude that's been out here and think money. He can leave with his money. Look at that, man. Weirdos, man. These boys ain't got to... Men in America don't need to learn warfare. That's in their mindset. Men shouldn't harm. Men should be soft. But men should be emotional.
But they don't even know how to do average shit that a man should know how to do, man. Even in this society, man. They don't know how to do nothing to a car, change a tire. You might see a nigga on the side of the road, don't even know how to put where's the gas go?
You tell a man shoot it. You tell a man to kill something so he can eat. He can't do it. Oh, it's good blood.
The Jack ain't in here.
He about the hood looking for the Jack. For his spare time.
Men are not even stable. Yep. Men they're emotional.
Yep. Right.
They can't defend their home.
Right.
They don't know how to shoot.
Hey, that's why a lot of these jakes get shot because they're so emotional. They can't even, like two niggas might be arguing and they can't even, have a disagreement, before they pulling their guns out and bullets is flying, man.
But the thing about it, men is not nervous to just be stable in their mind settled, man. They're not taught to be leaders, man. A man don't think he needs to follow.
You don't think he need to be a leader?
You don't need to lead for what? I just need to make money. I just need riches.
This is my wife's for. She runs. I gotta ask her.
Let me call my wife. Let me call my wife.
I got something.
Go ahead.
This is Revelation chapter 18, start at verse 4. And I heard another voice saying, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins.
Does that physically mean get the hell out of America? No. That's talking about mentally and spiritually, man. Okay?
Yep. And it's going to tell you that too, down here in this footnote.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this footnote is fine. It says, and that ye be not, that ye receive not of her plague.
Yeah, the plagues are coming to this place, man. So you don't receive none of the plagues, man. Because some horrible things are about to happen, man.
That's right. This whole message, this gospel is about repenting.
Right.
So you can please the Lord.
Right.
In the day of His wrath, because it's Him that's bringing it.
Exactly.
It's not Satan this is the wrath of the Lord that's going to come. He's been hidden for so long.
God, He's about to show us.
Yeah, because everybody think that you literally got people out here in America think you should worship me.
Right.
The black woman think she's putting on crimes.
Right.
She's sitting on thrones.
Like
man.
that picture you put in the group chat a long time ago, the woman with a crown on her head and some
dude,
big on the bottom, worshiping her.
Yep.
It says, verse 5, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh hath remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works, and the cup which she hath filled, fill unto her double.
Yeah, so the Most High Yahweh, He's not giving the so-called white man a pass. He hasn't forgotten what they've done and what they're continually doing. But you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans want to give the so-called white man a pass. You want to forget. You want to forgive and forget. Let bygones be bygones, so to speak, like Jake likes to say, man. Hey, the so-called white man's not going to escape his judgment, man. The Most High hasn't forgotten, man.
But you got a grudge you never settled for 20 years ago in your old neighborhood. Your grandma hates your mama for something that happened 20 years ago. Your mom hates your dad because something he did 30 years ago. But the white man, it's okay, As long as you got that goddamn TV, you can go watch your football. It's a goddamn rat right there.
There's a whole lot of rats.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro.
Here it is, it's America, land of fucking rats. Man.
Rats everywhere.
And these rent. And you wanna know how much rent is out here? Rent goddamn $2,500 out here, but you got goddamn rats, man. You know, and roaches, and spiders now. That's a new thing. Rats, roaches, and spiders, man.
They all coming out of their place because of everything getting torn down. He saw Edom as manufacturing the structure of how the Lord set it up because he's putting buildings everywhere. He's putting things out of order, man. Verse 7, Revelation 18:7. How much has she glorified herself and lived deliciously?
America.
So
land
much
of the brave and free. What they say, had a state.
Land of the brave.
God bless America and no place else.
I'm proud to be American.
Proud America. American flag. Remember the last fight Canelo? They didn't really give a damn. They didn't really give a damn about the Canelo, the Mexican joint.
Oh,
They a girl that couldn't even sing without the American anthem, you know. So America glorifies herself. And look at what she does when you know the people. To the other nations, man. They wave their flags with the U.S. Embassy and so forth. How the hell is the American flag in a lot of these countries, man? That just shows you how the pride that she has, man.
Got an embassy almost all over the world, man. You know, U.S. embassy. That's protected, man. If something happens at an embassy, America's basically on the verge of war with that nation.
That's right.
You know,
let the embassy get bombed.
Right.
it says, so much torment and sorrow give her, for she said in her heart, I said a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow.
Yeah.
Same thing that the brother was reading in Isaiah the 47th chapter.
Right.
Showing you that the Old Testament and the New Testament, they correlate with one another.
That's right.
You was about to say something about that.
Yeah, you know, and that's the mindset of these people. They think that this place is going to go on forever, man. And nothing bad can happen to America. That war will not take place on the souls of America, man. And they're not going to see the loss of children, okay? That the great death is about to happen on this soil, man, in this place, man, okay? Amongst these cities, man, amongst the hills, all right? You know, in these houses, man, you know? That this place is going to be completely flattened, man, completely destroyed, man, by that thermonuclear fire, man, you know? And a lot of the things, people look at us crazy because of a lot of things we say that are about to happen to this place, you know, concerning prophecy. But soon, it's not going to be so far-fetched, man. You know?
Oh, my God, I can talk to Alexa. What are you talking about something's going to happen?
Right. Soon, it's not going to be so far-fetched,
I got push button. I got push start.
Right.
I can, before I can get myself ready in the morning.
Right.
I can push a button in my car.
God.
And it's
right.
wrong.
Soon they're going to get that uncomfortable feeling. You know, like, when somebody, you know, heard somebody say a lot of what's about to happen, but you didn't believe them, but then you start seeing the first things they talk about happen, and they're going to get that uncomfortable feeling, like, oh shit, there's no power, there's no food. But look at these troops out in front of my house.
Look when with no toilet paper. This is fucking toilet paper.
You know?
Man. There's so many other shit you could have used to wipe your ass.
Baby
Right.
wipes.
How was the pandemic made a shortage of toilet paper?
Look
Gas and toilet paper.
Yeah, man.
She still exists during
You know?
an airborne pandemic.
Right. You know, so these people they're gonna get that little feeling.
You
You
should
know?
have fun with that.
Right.
Here it is a pandemic, but people were losing their mind over toilet paper. That shit don't make sense.
Gas.
Air.
You made the gas shortage, goddamn.
Ass. Air ass. They don't come together. That doesn't make sense. It's a pandemic. Airborne. You worry about wiping your ass.
On top of that, you know, if this is an airborne disease, man, there's more intake.
$1 mask.
That's what I'm saying. There's more ways to get stuff into your system besides going through your mouth. You know, you got ears, canals open, your nose, your
pores.
eyes, your pores. Here it is, you got a nigga with a goddamn mask on with his pants hanging around his ass. You know? And he's sagging his boxers too. He's not only sagging his pants, he's sagging his boxers too. I'm gonna tell you, I was standing in the line at Walmart, man. Nigga standing in front of me, got his pants pulled down and his ass showing. The lady behind me was like, oh my God. And I know he felt because he pulled it up a couple times. He pulled his, you know how Jake pulled the regular pants up because they were too low. That's how he pulled his boxers up. I said, yo, bro, like, yo, these niggas is through, man, you know?
crazy.
And American men is through. So-called American men are through. The so-called American women are through. He says,
Oh, no. I was
okay.
killing this probably.
Okay.
Revelation 18:8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire.
Hey, things are gonna happen quickly, man. Going back to that feeling these people, they're going like, oh my God, there's no food, there's no electricity. Maybe those Hebrews were right. I hope they're not right. You know?
They can't be right.
They can't be right. It's like, man, you know, you had that feeling. Like,
shit, they was
right.
right.
Christianity wasn't true. Damn it.
It says, Salaki, it says, for strong is Yahweh power who judgeth her. All right, so now I'm going to read down here these footnotes in here because it's hitting the nail right on the head. This is for Revelations 18:4-8. This is in the footnotes. It says, believers must be separate from the harlot system, or else they may be found to share in her sins and thereby receive part of her judgment. And that's that fire. That's going to be the judgment. Yeah, that's going to be the judgment.
Going into come out of her.
Yep. It says, Yahweh has remembered her iniquities. The day of judgment for sin has arrived. Right? And that's what we're coming into.
It's either get down or lay down,
That's
man.
right.
You're gonna get down with the Lord, or you're gonna lay down, man. You know, and you're gonna like the brother's going into. You're gonna receive her plagues, man, because you don't want to come up out of this world. You don't want to come out of this system. You want to be one with the world. Well, hey, man, you're gonna be destroyed right along with it. Go ahead.
It says the double judgment emphasizes full punishment for her sins. And then it got Jeremiah 16:18, Jeremiah 17:18. Jeremiah 15:29, and I'm gonna go look at those once I'm done.
And I want to say something too, man. You know, a lot of you people, you actually murdered some of your people. You actually sent them to the hospitals, right? And the hospital snuffs your people out, man.
And a lot of these people are used to that. You know, you might have a woman that had about 6, 7, or 4 children.
Yep.
You know, so killing their own people, man. Hey, these people are getting callous to that. You know, here it is. You think the government is so concerned about your health. But he sets up abortion clinics. Man, someday, you got to ask yourself, like, something ain't right. They're so worried about our health, keeping us alive and healthy. Meanwhile, there's McDonald's, soda pop, you know, all these foods that make you obese and get all types of diseases. You know what I'm saying?
You don't even know what the hell.
Right.
You don't even know how that animal died.
Right. He's polluting the goddamn ocean. There's a whole island. There's an island literally in the ocean. It's just all trash.
They call it Trash Mountain.
Trash Mountain.
Yeah, trash. This island of trash. I can't forget.
You got a law that says you cannot eat an animal that
died of itself.
Yeah,
that's true.
You don't know the animals. You don't know if they actually killed the animals and they got slaughtered them and and dressed them. That shit could have died off of cancer or sickness and malnourished. Eat up.
Yeah, this devil.
Put in the stock. Cook it up. You know.
This devil promotes rap music. Come on,
goodness, man.
Rap culture. And he's concerned about you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans' health.
What he said? I cook.
Right.
I cook it. I whip it.
Right.
I slice it. I cut it.
Shot the whole club. Shoot the club.
I found a nigga. I stalked him up. I shot the nigga. I took his hoe. I took your bitch. Like what?
Hey, so that's
who
the
you talking
that's
to?
the type of music that Jake is pushed on by Esau. But earlier, before we set up and y'all brothers was walking down, I heard this Edomite talking about how the music system, the music that he was listening to, some rock and roll music or whatever it was, he said the guy was kind of nice. He's talking in his music. He talks about self-improvement. So the white man's music, as far as the rock and roll, the genre, that one, whatever artist that was he speaking about, that guy was talking about self-improvement. But within the music that the so-called Negro Latinos and Native American Indians listen to, it's talking about self-destruction.
Right. A lot of Esau's music is like that. When you go into like country music, stuff like that, they ain't talking about running around killing their own people. They might talking about killing, you Jakes, but they ain't talking about. I walked up on me and I shot him because he looked at me wrong. Yeah.
That's crazy.
They ain't talking about self-destruction, man.
You got that rap song, The Gun. I just shot a nigga 187. What?
Yeah.
You talking about shoot cops? Little niggas don't even do that.
Right. why does this devil promote that shit? Because he wants you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to destroy your cells. He's not concerned about your health.
All you gotta do is pull a rap song with the most violent words.
Right.
It'll come up.
Right. But here it is, you got these niggas out here like, he's concerned about our health. He wants us to be healthy. He's trying to stop. Meanwhile, he's promoting all this other unhealthy shit. Like, come on, man.
Hey, that's the deception of the white man.
Right.
That's the deception
Our
of
people
America.
God, our people have been bamboozled by the elites, man. You know?
In TV. Look at it's a video industry hoax. It shows you it's called the destruction of the black community, and it shows you had a nigga that was behind the black exploitation. He was a CIA agent for the Black Panthers.
Yep.
He helped take them down.
And those top levels are always
And then he went right into exposing black exploitation, and then bringing in these fucking wicked ass. They brought in They even went into talk about Superfly. I remember my mom was talking about that shit. When Superfly came out, that changed the whole goddamn game, man. Now Jake want to be a goddamn pimp and a drug dealer and do drugs, man. You know,
hey, a lot of
that's that black exploitation, man. You got it.
A lot of those shows, when Esau was making all those shows with black so-called Negro cops, so-called black cops, and all these Jakes want to be a cop. Yeah, and then Martin Lawrence joint.
You a cop,
you know.
Ice-T got a song called when he said cop killer. He a goddamn New York cop.
Yeah.
The fuck? That just shows you the hypocrisy and the enchantments that they did on you Jakes, man.
I'm gonna read the rest of this.
Enchantments, man.
Yep. It says this is back in the footnotes of
he's loved.
The
world like that.
Oh, that's normal.
He's loved about that. He's brave, courageous. He's secure about himself.
He came out.
Yep. But we're hatred.
Right.
We're bigots, extremists. You know,
I'll be all that for you. I'm not sure.
toxic masculinity.
It says this is back into the footnotes on Revelation 18:4-8. It's 4-8. It says that she calls herself a queen and no widow shows her arrogant self-confidence. She sees herself as beyond any possibility of personal sorrow. But the humbling of the harlot will involve torment and sorrow.
And that goes into the so-called white man's pride. And look at our people, man. Our people believe in America. They believe in this system. And look at their pride, man. You know, it makes them prideful. America, they have this unction that America can never be destroyed, that they're so safe, that it's such a great nation. If any military came against America, you know, that they would win. And they're so protected.
That's why niggas vote.
Right. They're in a proud mindset. They look at these other nations like, well, I'm an American. You know, even these Jakes, man, and they'll actually look down upon someone else who's from you take these people from these different lands that America has recently gone to war with. They actually look down. You're from Afghanistan, Iraq, and, you know, an Iraqi and Afghanistan. Somebody from Iraq or Afghanistan comes over here. You know, they're looked down upon, even by Jake. Jake might look like, oh, you took down the tower, terrorist. They might have a bomb on it, you know. Or they might look at him because one of their family members went to war over there and got killed, got capped. You know, his father might have went to war over in Afghanistan or Iraq and died, man. Died by a car bomb, you know, or a landmine, you know. So he's got some type of animosity towards that, man. Go ahead.
2 Thessalonians 2:1. Now we beseech you, brothers, by the coming of our Lord Yahweh, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind or be troubled neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as the day of Yahushua is at hand. And that's what you got it, bro.
And that's being fully persuaded in your own mind.
That's right.
You know? You got it.
It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first. And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
And that's when we fell away multiple times. You know, we fell away from the law, statutes, and commandments. We fell away from our true identity, who we were. Okay, hey, going all the way back to Adam, because Adam fell, we all fell. You know,
through a woman,
through the kind. You know, so we have fell away. But hey, we're coming back though. That's why you see men standing on their feet all over the four corners of the earth proclaiming this truth, man. And Esau, Edom, these elites, they see that, man. So they're scared.
And now they're being exposed.
Right. They're scared. That's why they got all these underground roads, underground cities, underground tunnels, these underground mansions and bunkers, man. Just do your research, man. I was watching one video on YouTube. A truck driver, he would drive underground delivering things. He said all these Walmarts are connected by roads underground, man.
Yep.
You know?
They it's known that from Richmond to DC, they got an underground tunnel all the way from Richmond to DC.
All the way. Underground tunnel. He said there's hotels under there, stores.
They said VCU, not MCV.
Right.
It's an underground.
Right. God.
They had an underground hospital. Yep. MCV.
You know.
That's my sister's mother because she used to work there.
God.
And then under the Denver airport.
I was about to go into that.
Yep.
Hey, yo.
And there's a scripture on all that, man. Amos the
they got some demonic shit in Denver, but they got the horse with the red eyes.
And then if you go in there, if you go actually in the Denver airport, they got on the wall,
right,
like the killing of people, and that's supposed to be like some. And then you got in there, they got a time capsule in there. It was put in there at a certain time, right before you go, right before you check through the terminal. There's a time capsule in there that says, hey, at this time, blah, 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 you open it up.
Yeah. And even the employees, they were interviewing the employees that work there, and they said there's something going on under the airport. They said at times they would hear this loud, strange noise, like sound like construction was going on.
Oh shit!
You know?
Look in New York.
Yeah.
Going back the fucking train station underground.
Right.
God. What the fuck, man?
God. Hey, yo, that's heavy.
Fucked me up one time.
God.
Yo, you know, yo, when you walking through New York,
I never thought about that. God.
You know, it's literally a train station underground beneath you, man.
Yep.
So
that bitch is fully functional.
Yeah. So you can't say that they don't got nothing underground.
Right. Well, I mean, look at all the roads all over the United States, man. You got the sewer system. You know, you might have what do they call them things? The little holes that pop out.
Sewage.
Yeah.
Sewage.
What is that?
Sewage caps.
Yeah. Them little metal. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Sewers. You know, they basically got a tunnel.
You can take crowbar.
Right. You can open them and go down there. You know, so basically they have sewer systems that go under all the roads. Every road there's a tunnel that goes under.
But that's what they're doing really amongst America.
Right.
All the power lines that used to be there, they're putting all the power underneath the earth. They're putting everything underneath the goddamn earth, man. And then you don't think they got goddamn underground bunkers, man?
No, I was gonna say if you look into how internet is passed throughout the whole world, they got those cables lines all down there in the oceans too, man. Yeah, look at all this, man.
Underground oil.
Right. Shit gonna get so bad out here. You go. Hey, motherfuckers gonna be putting them shit up and jumping straight down in them. Fuck this. Fuck it.
Who knows?
Who knows what's down there? Rats, water, but hey, it's gonna be so crazy out here, man. And so much hell is gonna be breaking loose. They're gonna say, "Fuck it, I'm better off in this."
And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called the Most High, that is worshipped, so that he, as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of Yahweh, showing himself that he is in power.
And look, right there, you go. You know, you got the, you know, he paid the likeness of his own image, man. You know, and this devil's being exposed, man. You know, on all levels, he's being exposed. All right.
That's private. You put your phone in your back pocket. But that just comfortability. You actually, you know, that personnel and certain things, you don't let that be, you know. Another thing too, this is another comfortability. People don't walk around with headphones on. You know, they're just showing you that they have no worry or cares. It could be a wild dog out here with rabies, you know.
One of them dogs from Resident Evil.
Yeah, you know, that shit could just... y'all see my dog. That motherfucker be running around. You got your headphones. People like, run!
I mean, a car might swerve out. You never know. A wreck might happen in a car, swerve out, next thing you know, it's coming. Yep. Watch out!
I come to you.
Last thing they heard was Little Nas.
Yep.
My spirit world. And explain to him what happened.
Travis Scott.
This is your judgment. This is your judgment. What happened? You listen to that Little Nas nigga.
Kid Cudi
in a car. People were warning you. You didn't hear it. 18-wheeler came and ran you up.
what's that picture? That's your Judgment Day. He said, "Get out the way! Don't talk to me like that." And then goddamn big ass truck was coming. It says, "Yeah, that was it."
Yep. This the last little part of this the last sentence right here. This is I got it. This Isaiah. I mean, this is Revelations. The little footnotes in Revelation 18-4. It said one day may be a literal day or a symbol for suddenness of destruction. The fire may also be either literal, a literal fire, or a symbol of the judgment of the Most High.
It could be a literal fire.
Yeah, and that time is a literal time as well.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, but that was just some more edification on Revelation.
About these church niggas. They would say that. Oh, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Isaiah 47.
Yep. This
You gotta go right now.
This one I'm doing.
No, you got it.
You know, and
You want to read it when you come back and you
no, you got it. Go ahead.
No, did you have some?
No.
This Isaiah 47:11. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, that thou not know from whence it ariseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, that thou shalt not be able to put it off.
It's gonna come from the Lord. You know,
Yep.
the Lord sending these plagues. The Lord sending death and destruction. Okay, and the Lord killeth and maketh alive. Man, He orchestrates death. You know, that's the works of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You got it out.
It says, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to prepare for it. Get ready. You know, things are gonna happen so quickly and fast, man. Hey, there ain't gonna be nothing you can do. And like the scripture says, who can withstand against the Lord, man?
Yep.
You know,
Was standing that day.
right. You know, like going into in Job, I think 40 or 41, when it's speaking of the Leviathan, man. You know, the Lord says, "How can you stand against me?" You know, and you can't stand against my pet.
Yep.
You can't stand against the Leviathan. How you gonna be able to stand against me? You know. Go ahead.
It says, this is Isaiah 47:12. Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries.
Yeah, your witchcraft. You know, all your enchantments, man. If it may be, let that save you from this destruction, from these plagues. Okay,
Yeah.
save yourself. Go ahead,
It says, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, if so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail.
Yeah, use your technology, your heart machine, your gadgets, your technology, okay, to save you. Okay, it ain't gonna work, man. And even some of these elites that actually hide from that the nuclear destruction that's gonna take place, man. Hey, you're not gonna. Hey, you haven't got away. You know, you're still gonna be taken in chains, man. You know, we're gonna go get you out of your hiding place, okay, and take you straight into slavery. They're gonna be the first fruits of slavery, man. You know, because a lot of these elites are actually gonna hide in your bunkers. They're gonna hide under the sea. It's like in the water, in the sea, and as well as in space, man. You know, but they're just going straight into slavery. You got something?
Okay. Verse 13.
Okay. Boy, about to
Oh, I'm just all right, come.
down.
It says,
Got me one.
verse 13, thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee.
That's right. You're not gonna be able to save yourself, man. You know, all your enchantments, your witchcraft, you know, your gadgets, your so-called technology, which Most High gave you all that. You know, you're not gonna be able to abide nor withstand nor hide yourself from the great destruction that's gonna take place. Those nuclear missiles, man. Those arrows. All right.
It says, behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. And also going into the Epistle of Jeremiah, it tells you that those guys can't save themselves. Man.
Guys, wooden stone.
They can't.
I don't care falling over.
like the Lord did, they showed they go. You know, just like you know, it tells you that if a man make a vow to them, he can't require that vow. That's what even though if let's see as an action in his hand, he cannot prevail from death or any type of famine. Weird, man. It says, behold, they shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it.
Ain't gonna be no comfort, man. It could be a very uncomfortable time to coming, man.
It says, thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall wander everyone to his quarter, none shall save thee.
Oh, let's go back into Revelation 18, chapter 2.
Yep.
That's Isaiah 47.
That's right.
Last verse.
A great destruction is going to take place, man. The majority of these people, man, are going to die, man. Majority of all these people you see walking around, man. All right, they're going to die, man. Only ones that are going to be saved from that great destruction, man, is the elect of the 1/3, man.
With the Lord told edges, there will be more that perish than be saved.
And they did it in the comparison was what? Like as a drop is it's to a wave, man. And that's a heavy comparison, man.
A drop is this big.
A wave of water on any level is a lot. Even a small wave, you might go into the beach and a little wave might come in. If you could literally somehow and gather up all that water from that wave and measure it in gallons and compare it to a drop, and we ain't talking about a tidal wave or a tsunami. You know what I'm saying? It's a regular wave. That's a heavy comparison, man.
Precept, Proverbs 24:19. Fret not thyself because of evil men, neither be thou envious at the wicked.
Hey, envy, and our people envy the wicked, man. They envy these so-called leaders of Israel, man, because they in Hollywood, because they so-called reportedly be worth $10-20 million, because they got a rap contract.
Yeah, and it's funny too because you actually got Jake to be like, let's go look up how much Denzel is worth. Wow. How much Jay-Z's worth, Beyonce, Megan Thee Stallion. I just seen goddamn Megan Thee Stallion. Yo, I thought it was lying. I took a picture of Popeye's chicken. Yo, they got Megan Thee Stallion hot sauce on the goddamn front of Popeyes, man. Bro. I don't know, this place was through, bro.
With the chip, remember the rap chips?
Oh, the rap snacks.
The rap snacks.
7-Eleven. You got Amigos, Lil Boosie,
Cardi B.
Rap shit. Get the fuck
Get
out
the
of here,
fuck
man.
out of here. That's how simple our people are,
That's
man.
just
Right.
I can't say
Right.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't
It's
even say the damn
despicable,
word.
man.
That's
Humiliation.
humiliation. A
I
high word
gotta
and a
work
bite
on
word,
that.
man.
It's
Yeah.
fucking. That's how simple you Jakes are, man. And Esau knows all he's got to do is, and he's gonna use that to push the
Seems
MOTV.
like these niggas got it.
Right.
Megan Thee Stallion
Right.
got her own hot
Right.
sauce. We did it.
And these people are gonna be the face of the Nicaragua, man.
That's right, man.
When this Nicaragua is really pushed at a high level, watch who the face of it is. These Hollywood niggas, man. The same way he's got Hollywood promoting all his other products. You might have a nigga making $20-30 million a year. He's on a commercial eating a Big Mac, telling you go get a $1 meal. He
ain't really eating that shit.
He ain't really eating that
That's
shit.
already bit into, or they bite into
Right.
it and they spit that shit up.
You got a nigga telling you to go get insurance.
JJ the Jet plane, huh?
You know what I'm saying?
JJ
Esau's already using these Jakes in Hollywood to promote and push his
Dynamite.
product, man. You might see a nigga that made probably over $1 billion in a career, and he's telling you to go buy Charmin toilet paper.
Fucking ridiculous.
Obey your thirst.
No
With a
LeBron
smile on
James.
his
Right
face.
now,
That's Sprite. That's goddamn Sprite.
It don't basically say anything, man. If they're getting paid for it, they're getting a little bit of money, they'll tell you to do any goddamn thing. They don't care, man. They're not
They don't
concerned
care
about
the people.
right. They're not concerned about you, Jakes. They're really trying to destroy you, Jakes, man.
Like that Jake was in there last night promoting that LeBron James goddamn tequila.
$35 a shot. We looked up the goddamn price of the whole
$55 a
bottle, $55. Said, get the fuck out of here. I was like, how does LeBron James and tequila, all of a sudden Trump, all these reputable companies, they didn't went past Patron, Don Julio, even some of the upper echelon. You know what? LeBron James, let me try that.
$35 a shot.
It's a video on YouTube that shows you how industry use big towns for Cadillac,
Yep.
Rams.
Yep.
When Esau wants to push something,
Control freeway.
there you go. Spinners.
I ride spinners.
I I ride spinning, they don't stop. P. Diddy, what's that drink? Ciroc.
Ciroc.
And Jay-Z
Hey,
shit,
come on.
man.
He's supposed to be a
It's a spade.
multi-millionaire. He ain't drinking Ciroc. You know how many upper echelon you got liquor bottles that are $1,000 to $2,000.
They don't sell it.
They don't even sell it at ABC. So what did you drink? You got all this money and you drinking a $40 bottle, $25. Come on, man. That's
how much poison in that shit?
They ain't drinking that shit.
That's why
bro.
you drink that shit, you get a headache.
Yeah,
You get
they
a
don't-
hangover, man.
Shit that they tell you to do, they don't drink, they don't take, they don't do. They telling you to do this, do that. I'm from the streets. I rob, I steal. They ain't doing that shit. They're sitting in their mansion watching TV, man.
Laughing
You know?
at you niggas going to
Chilling.
jail for doing the stupid
Yeah,
shit that
and
they
they never
told you.
did. And 9 times out of 10, they never did that shit. They never lived that street life.
No, their dads and parents was in the goddamn
Right.
industry, and they had to pay their debt and sacrifice
Yeah.
their goddamn children to the music industry.
Right. A lot of these rappers got college degrees, man.
Oh, look, I was watching some movie.
Pride.
It was
Pride.
called Old. The movie was called
Yeah.
Old. It was a
That nigga went
movie.
to college, man.
Yeah, it was about a movie. It was a movie. This movie called Old. So like, it was a movie that people went to a beach, and after a while they started turning old. There was a rapper. He was acting out as a rapper. I forgot the name they gave Jake, but he said in the movie, he said my dad's a doctor and my mom's a dentist. So I just put forth on this act to get somewhere in the world.
But look at
Basically
what
he was saying.
CB4 explained that.
Sweat from my
They
balls.
trying to kill me.
That shit was stupid.
Yo, see, when you came over there one day and we watched TV4, I was like, yo, this is literally what's going on right now.
Yeah.
These, like, bro, they is really like pushing a whole facade, man. And a lot of these rappers can't just go wherever they want, man. They can't just go. They talk about their blood, their crip, they this and that. Well, go around some bloods and some crips.
Yep, see if you make it
You
up.
know,
And my thing is, Gucci and Jeezy talk about pushing on these bricks. Where's the evidence?
they'd have been under the
Why
jail.
these niggas always from different states? Niggas from different islands. And you could never ask a question about these niggas. Like these niggas, they got no mom, sister. When, these niggas just come out of nowhere, it seems
Pop
like.
up.
They got a team that eventually they fade out.
Right.
Waka Flocka, he's a gangster. He's from New York.
Everybody's a gangster now.
Come on, man. Get
Meanwhile,
the fuck
right
out
before
of
you
here, man.
became a rapper, you worked at Hardee's.
If you was a gangster, you wouldn't be propagating that shit.
Right. Like that 6ix9ine nigga. They say a producer walked in.
He discovered
He was working at a restaurant, and he said, "Yo, we can give you clout, we give you image, we give you this,
You
all
don't
you
come
got
to the industry.
Yeah.
You're found.
sign right here." on the
Same
sign.
thing with this truth. You don't come to this truth.
Right.
The Lord chooses you, man.
Yeah.
He chose you. You were ordained. You can't just, I'm gonna make I'm gonna make a club banger, a rap hit on the radio, and I'm gonna get signed, and I'm gonna get rich.
Self-made. That's what they say. I did it by myself.
Boss.
They're even prideful, and then even when they get a certain type of money, you don't even prideful in that.
I'm my own boss.
Self-made. I'm my own boss.
How are you your own boss? That don't even make sense. That don't make. You
Right.
can't be your own
Right.
boss.
And they push, basically, once you get some type of little bit of money, you know what I'm saying, not to help your people out, not to look out for friends or family, or have some type of, develop something that's good for your people, man.
That goes, that own boss, self-made shit, that goes with
Yeah.
lovers of yourself.
You love yourself. Basically, make some money and keep it all to yourself.
Yep.
Live it up, and be a selfish motherfucker, man,
It says, fret not thyself because of evil men, neither be thou envious of the wicked, for there shall be no reward to the evil man. The candle of the wicked shall be put out.
That's right. Hey, man. Don't envy the wicked, man. Don't envy the ones that are prospering, man. Psalm 37. Don't envy these people who are prospering in this world, man. These people that have sold out, and the people that are involved in all types of wickedness. Hey, look at our people on a lower level, man. You might look at somebody who goes to church or involved in these doctrines of religions. They're doing better than you, man. But hey, man, if they don't repent, hey, they're gonna be destroyed, man. And happiness doesn't have a dollar sign on it. You know what I'm saying? They think, oh, if I make this amount of money, I'll be happy. Nah, happiness ain't got a dollar sign. And some of the most happy people don't have a lot of money. You might talk to somebody that's damn near homeless, you know, and he ain't got the same type of you know, that's afflicted within himself as much as these people that make all types of money, man. Look at Hollywood, man. You know, these people in Hollywood, all these millions, they're depressed, they're on drugs. You know what I'm saying? They ain't happy, man.
So look at there's a video that came out not too long ago. The people that's in California, that's in LA right now, they hang around Hollywood, but those are like the rejects that tried to make it. And now they're in Tent City. You know, drugs bug the fuck out, man. Cause people fail to realize, yes, that TV really destroyed a lot of minds. That Hollywood, fucking Disneyland,
and that's all witchcraft.
Celebrity idols. You know? People really thought they could be idols.
Because when you go now Hollywood, that's the one, that's the magic wand.
That's right,
you know,
man.
These witches and you know, whatever you want to call them, you say that's that Hollywood.
So what you go and like look, they push some demonic ads on YouTube before the video plays. Yeah. I remember you go watch certain, you know, you go on Netflix or something. Netflix is wicked. Yep. Yo, them fucking ads, man, are wicked as hell. You know, remember what's that? ITT
right, Tech. Because they know they're subliminally doing stuff.
ITT Tech, that show a Puerto Rican chick.
ITT Tech.
They show a
what
Puerto
are you doing
Rican
with
chick.
your life? You ain't doing nothing, man.
You might listen to ITT Tech,
Everest
man.
College, man. Everest College.
About Everest. Their show, they have a little weak ass speech.
Right.
I didn't know how I was going to be in my life. I took it beside myself. I went to ITT Tech, Mount Everest, and it changed my life. Now I make it 200,000 a year.
I'm making money
now. I provide for my family.
I got a stable income.
And that's the enchantments and the sorcery and the lies that's been ordained, put on our people, man. Through.
That's disgusting.
Through. That makes you want to throw up.
That shit is disgusting.
Through. But like, you know, this media, black, BET, MTV,
black culture.
These girls' mothers. This is why simps, you know, feminism
and simpism. Feminism and simpism go hand in hand.
Yeah, they go hand in hand. Because feminism goes to basically the man worshiping woman.
Yep.
So, and the woman don't have to know her place. Right. She can basically, you know, believe in Disneyland.
Right. Simpism and feminism came about probably around the same era.
And how did they push that? Media.
You know,
a stage plot on TV.
Right. Because you needed men to support. You needed men to support feminism.
Yep.
So this is where simpism supports feminism.
Well, you got that Edomite dude. He was like only like one, 3 men that actually was pushing for feminism, and now he's voting against it now, man. He did a nice segment. He did a good segment about how they're feminizing boys, and feminism was really for the destruction of boys and the destruction of society, man.
Because once you destroy the men, there's no foundation.
That's right, man. Hey, what Scripture said, in order to take over, there you go. You know,
we're buying the men first,
right? And pretty much this whole society was to destroy the Israelites and destroy us, because who are like the heads now of society? Jake. When I saw Big Frida, I'm like, yo, they call this nigga the legend of New Orleans. I'm like,
that's
what?
A dude, right?
That's a dude, man.
That's just like a
look, Kid Cudi, Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B. Jake is like the head of wickedness, because due to our low plot where we at now, our captivity, our low self-esteem, it's so much easier to use a Jake, because Jake are broke. So-called blacks, Latinos are broken. So you could buy a nigga cheap. You could buy the so-called black woman cheap. And you could promise them and give them a gift. They're doing whatever the so-called white man says.
And what's the scripture say about a gift? A gift destroys the heart, man. And the heart is the mind. And if you receive that gift to go push forth wickedness, you're destroying the minds of everybody else because they're greedy.
That's an Edomite. Look at the Edomite.
No, that's a Jake.
Oh.
You destroying the minds of everybody else because they're greedy game.
Yeah, you might have a Jake, got a nice job, nice car. He's driving in suit and tie, you know, nice clothes on. And he'll turn up some music like that. You'll look over there and he'll be playing goddamn Future for that bubbly. You know?
Rap. Man, I looked at so much genres and rap. There's so many.
Crazy.
That's
not hate. That's not hate.
I'm gonna kill you, nigga. That's not hate.
do drugs.
That's
You
not.
know,
That's
we're the hate group. You know, meanwhile, rappers, nobody. Why isn't this a big uproar for rap music? Why aren't all these parents coming together like we have to stop rap music? Our kids are
They
dying.
CB4. That's what the Edomite
right.
guy was
You know what I'm
doing.
saying?
CB4.
Our kids are dying. They're on drugs. They're doing basically what they're hearing these records. This is bad for our health.
You know what's crazy? They said that video I sent, Bose sent out. They said we would trick the gangster rap.
Yeah.
You saw how it's like they created both fields by people protesting. It made Jake be like, "What's wrong? They should be heard. Let them hear. Let's hear them out."
Yeah.
So they play on Jake's senses.
Right.
Cause why? Because you at a low state.
Yeah.
You broken. You
They
don't know
the
who you are.
They know the vibration.
Yeah, you know you at a low vibration. So Jake want to be heard. Jake want to be a star. Jake wants to be on top.
Yeah.
Jake wants something, but you're never gonna get it
And
here.
Esau's been studying us for so long. He
Man,
knows exactly what we like, what we like to listen to. You know, how we act. You know,
But deep down inside, we are supposed to be on top. We are supposed to be on top. You know. But right now we gotta have understanding. Yo, we're cursed.
This is Hebrews chapter 13, verse 14. For here we have no continuous city, but we seek one to come.
That's right.
Hey, here in Babylon, you're not gonna make it, man. It's designed for you to fail. The only way you're gonna make it is in the kingdom, man. And the only way you're gonna get to the kingdom is through how about you now shine.
That's right. What it said?
No other way.
It said Revelation 21. It said no unbelievers. No, that's
no, it's Revelation 21.
feminine.
I'm gonna grab it.
that
21
one.
and
They
8.
get the what's the other one?
And
Romans?
1 Corinthians 6 and 9.
Yep. You can get those two above the show.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab Revelation.
And we
first.
push against that. We are against that. But here in America,
Can you get that other one?
you know, that's what
Yeah,
they push, man.
1 Corinthians 6.
A wicked vibration. They use so-called blacks and Latinos to push that for them to basically be the gatekeepers in society. Why? Because we don't have an identity. So it's so much easier to sell our people a fake dream. And that's why so-called blacks and Latinos are Americans, man. They actually believe in this place, in this society. They actually think the so-called white man loves you. You know, they actually believe the world loves them. You're a star, you're a celebrity. But you make yourself look like a damn idiot. You know, the so-called black woman think it's okay for them to walk around butt naked.
Remember that nigga that was hugging Donald Trump?
Oh,
that meme.
You had a whole lot of niggas.
That one that was like, take that the one y'all made.
Don't
Somebody
look
made
at
a
him
meme,
like-
man.
Give
Give him. Here's my pen master.
Get this nigga off.
Oh yeah. Well, that's why the so-called blacks think their vote counts. That's why the little so-called Latinos think their vote counts, because they just, you know, our people are being reduced to the simple nation, man. That's why the scripture said the ox knows their owner, what is it? The master's crib. But Israel does not. That's right, man. What it said, our people, Hosea 4 and 6, our people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, man. And our people don't consider it, and they don't care. I mean, that's why our people is a gazing and laughing. They are a laughing stock. When you look at a so-called black, Latino, Hispanic, you just laugh at them. Because they're idiots, man. They're simpletons, man.
The elite sit back and laugh.
The whole world laughs. That's why they say, oh, is this the city of perfection that we call beauty? Go ahead. Oh, you got it?
Yeah, this is Revelation chapter 21, verse 7. 20 to 8. It's like, he that overcometh and shall inherit all things, and I will be his power, and he shall be my son.
Right.
But the fearful and
read that again. So, and that's the thing about it. You got to overcome everything that's thrown at us. And what the scripture says, take the whole armor of the Heavenly Father so you can withstand the wiles of the devil. The wiles going to a lot of trickery and sorcery, man. You know, we are at war, you so-called blacks, Latino, Hispanics, man. You got to understand that, man. That's something your parents didn't give you. Understanding, knowledge, and wisdom, man. They taught you, they said education, money, and a career. And think about yourself and Jesus Christ.
They think they can say Jesus Christ at any moment, any time, all day long. They're protected.
God knows.
Jesus Christ.
Big Mama. You know, the bullshit Big Mama told you. Put everything in God's hand. No, you got to work. You got to put forth effort, man.
Yeah. And I think one of the apostles did a video on that. You got to put forth effort.
Yeah, you got to put forth effort, man. You can't just.
And they don't even believe in what their false doctrine. Because they're false doctrine. What are they doing? What kind of works are they doing in their false doctrine? you know.
Your big mama tell you put everything in God's hand, but,
put it on
but
God's hand.
it's so much drama in the church
Right.
that she go to.
That's what I'm saying.
Your grandmother has a problem with your grandfather, or has a problem with your own mother or a sister over 20 years ago. But she'll tell you, baby, put everything. He knows, man, get to go. Listen, that Christianity has killed our people, destroyed our people, man. People don't, the majority of Jakes don't even believe in the Bible no more, man. That's how bad it got, man.
Christianity's a hell of a drug.
Hey, Christianity was worse than drugs. Worse than crack and heroin.
Christianity epidemic. That should be a Netflix series.
Christianity epidemic. The epidemic destruction
Before
of
and
Christianity.
after Christianity.
This. And you got dudes that are in their 20s come out in pajama pants, man. People come out in pajamas,
walking
man.
down
It's cold outside.
You got people literally be by themselves, no one around, walking with a goddamn mask on. It's like an all-out war on oxygen.
Bitches got bonnets on.
At least we're like, we're gonna trick them into not breathing. We're gonna trick these people to basically, not breathing oxygen or air. We're like, how are you gonna do that? Like, this has been a plan and agenda set in, a very long time ago.
What you sleeping outside?
Yeah.
God damn.
All right, who's sitting up?
Place is through, man.
You might have somebody hops in a Bentley and goes down the street and you look to the left, you got somebody homeless laying in a sleeping bag on the side of side of the street, like going into Hollywood, man. You got tent city. Yep. Here it is. You got the place that everyone wants to go. And
we went to DC.
Yeah, kind.
Girl the woman had a goddamn.
Yeah. It's people just walking by.
Yeah.
You got all these wealthy people just walking by. I mean, in the midst of basically the businesses they go into, you just got homeless people all over the goddamn place. Crackhead just instantly get a pause move. Did the goddamn robot. She did the best. She did the best robot I ever met.
She did the best reaction of an eye in life. In this society.
Stop moving for 30 minutes. Got back up like
ass up. Face on the ground, ass up.
You would have been there.
I would put on my phone to the picture. This is Revelation 21:8.
This is what we have to overcome, man. The gifts, the sorcery, the enchantments.
Our mind.
Our mind. Oh man, that's right there. Yeah. That's why it's good. And that's one way that we have an advantage. We have the scriptures to comfort us in the brotherhood. Brothers, Right. These worldly people, they don't have that to comfort their minds. Your mind is at a constant battle, man.
Because you're constantly in a battle with yourself.
That's right.
Your greatest enemy is actually you.
And especially how Esau used the mind this America, and pretty much you got people that actually believe they're nobody because they didn't go to college, man.
I just can't
because they don't live in a big house.
You can't make them sound like a college degree.
They get on drugs because of that.
But that's the age.
Yeah, And this,
That's what you talking about earlier. Dude by himself.
That's what that's the hold that these elites got on these people. If Esau said you would be able to withstand or not get C-19 if you walk on all fours.
No.
You walk like a dog. You'd have people literally walking.
And my thing is, we're in Virginia. They're not even pushing that shit.
Yeah. They be pushing the craziest shit, man. Remember the how to have safe sex during the pandemic? Then they had that one little article that apparently the particles flow at a certain height. They were saying that's why kids don't have to wear masks because they're at a lower level. Some of this the shit is laughable, but people will believe this shit. These people actually think they're protected because they got a mask on.
We could read that a couple more. First, right there.
We can close it on Ezekiel chapter 3.
We do that too.
I don't know what he wanted in First Corinthians.
No, you wanted 6 and 9. I got Revelation 21.
So you want, okay. You want First Corinthians 6 and 9?
Yep.
This is Revelation 21:8. But the fearful and unbelieving, this is very important because in the scriptures, all through the scriptures, it says you got to believe on the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son. So if you don't believe on Yahweh Shema Shah, this is going to be your judgment. And the abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and
we live through all that now, man.
Yep.
That's just rampant, That's right, man. But bros is vexed, man. Every day when you leave that house, man, you know, it's vexing, man.
Yo,
the shit you see.
Yo, speaking of the shit I see, the other day I went to UPS over in the corner to drop off some popcorn to deliver somebody. Guess what? I walk up in the goddamn UPS store and see working.
Training.
How you know, brother?
I saw training with 5 boys yesterday.
Yo, it's
I wanted to actually say something.
And I was like, yo, if I gotta go to this motherfucker gotta be I gotta be this motherfucker's customer, I wouldn't do it. I'd be like, I'm going next. You can go. You can go.
Sweatshirt.
And that could cause problems.
Yeah.
And they look at you like you're an
Yeah.
asshole.
Yeah, I know, right?
And everybody look at you like, oh my God.
It's a whole damn nigga.
you know?
This, my goddamn height, blonde hair all the way down to his goddamn back,
Which one
nails,
knows-
tight ass jeans on.
Which one knows crazy, man? You actually sit for demons on that other motherfucker, man.
This is
That's why
ridiculous,
you
man.
know when you see when you be like, yo, that you the hell about it here. You got it, bro.
Yeah,
Like I said, and that's being pushed, man. You know, so-called black men, and it's been a war, man. It's a war on you so-called blacks and Latinos, man. And our people are so foolish they can't see that, man. Because a nigga can make money here, so-called money, man. You know, you can go to college. You could do what pretty much you can do what you want.
Chase the American dream.
They're liberty. Our people think they got liberty,
You can
man,
be what you want to be.
because you ain't woke up in the morning getting hit with a whip. Our people think they're free, man. That's even what's the worst Negro is a Negro that think he's free, man. Our people are the worst of our people are the ones that think they're free, man.
They think they can do whatever they want.
Come on, man. That shit is the
I
worst,
should be
man.
president of the United States.
And your mama, your black ass mama, your spick ass mom taught you, baby, you can do whatever you put your mind
You can
to.
have whatever you like.
Okay, T.I. I think that's T.I.
That's it.
You can have whatever you like.
Baby, if you work hard and you could do, man, that was a fucking lie, man.
And make mama, you can be my first son to go to college. Look at my
Baby,
baby
break
boy.
the record.
Break
Your
the
uncle,
record.
your daddy.
See this, you going to college, the whole family had to get together, a party, everybody's crying. The dad might be crying.
His
You
that
know
was a
what I'm
joke.
saying?
That was a
My
joke.
son's going to college. Ray goes to college, fucking gets doped up on all types of We'll go back the same year. Yeah, because college is yo, go ahead, send your college kids to college if you want. Yo, college, a whole lot of wicked shit going on these days in college.
Yes.
You know?
Drugs.
You know what I'm saying?
Prostitution.
Esau pumps drugs to these
Hey,
colleges.
look, hey, girls on sugar babes.
Yeah, pumps drugs to these colleges, man. You know? At the time, your kid ain't even really going to class. You know?
And
Getting high on goddamn day.
And we live in Richmond is a college
Weed's
town.
legal too? Oh, hell, what?
Oh, what's that other shit? What's the edibles?
Yeah. You be high.
Shit.
You can't make it to class. Your kid left to college, he came back a drug addict.
I just seen
He got a PhD in drugs.
I just seen an Israelite buck drugged up man, the other day, man. That boy thought he was on a super pole. A dude.
Oh yeah, I remember you said
Yeah,
that.
man.
It was
Right here, right not too far. That nigga thought he was on a Super Bowl, man. This was the Israelite.
Fuck that, bro.
Yeah.
This is
How you doing?
this is Revelation 21 and continuing on.
That's the standard, man.
Yeah, that's protect and serve.
You gonna call him for protection. What if you on the second floor, third floor? He can't protect you, man.
What if somebody's running?
That's why he got a bike.
10-4, somebody is running on foot. He needs you to chase him down and take him.
I'll send me back up.
He said, 10-4, I lost him.
It took him 10
That man, he
minutes.
didn't even go look for it.
It took him 10 minutes to I'll send me
10-4.
back up.
No longer see the suspect. He's still in his car. He's a donut.
That's a fact. It makes it worse. He's on a
Should be a
bike.
standard to be a cop.
He's on a bike.
You have to be. You can't just. A motherfucker just can't go to the army without going through
Yeah,
boot camp or
wait.
something. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be however you wait. You know
Yes,
whatever you want.
And there you go. That's another example. You allowed it. Hey, people are allowed to just get fat, morbidly obese.
Should be put to death.
Come on, man.
And there's a scripture in
He
there
put to
where it
death.
says,
Feel
you know, if you have a rebellious son, he's
Right,
a drunkard and a
a
glutton,
glutton.
you're
Yeah.
supposed to put him to death.
Right. Eat Snickers all goddamn day.
You stone him out there in front of the midst of the congregation.
People could get fat and they think they're cute.
Yeah,
Like,
especially
oh,
damn
look
nigga
how
women.
yeah. Oh my
You got that's the thing going on right
And
now.
now he gets older.
It shouldn't matter about weight.
Yeah. And they think it's cute when he's young.
Body shaming.
Now here it is. He's 28 years old and he's 450 goddamn pounds. I had a lot of friends die from obesity, man, because it's heavy on your organs, man. You know, eventually they get diabetes. They had to, one of my friends in the world, he had to get his leg chopped off because of diabetes. And all they was eating was abominable foods and just way overweight. Man.
Well, think about it. That's why the Lord said you're not supposed to that's why the Lord put it and said you can't put mixed different animals together. Right. Because it's like Esau put the liger, the lion, and the tiger.
That giant tiger.
That shit can't defend itself, and it can't get animals. It can't get prey to eat.
It's like 3 times bigger than an average tiger.
Here you go, your fat ass, obese.
Right. They can't,
you can't defend yourself.
Right.
You can't hunt.
A lot of crossbreed breed. Esau does a lot of that.
You can't do nothing for yourself when you're out of shape, man. I mean, that's the thing about this society pushes that you can be a fat fuck, lazy, and you still think you're cute and worthy, man. People should like you and love you because you feel, because of how you feel. Get the fuck out of here.
This 400-pound man wearing a goddamn mask. Talk about, I'm concerned, I believe in science, I'm concerned about my health. Nigga, stop eating.
Look at yourself.
You'll die. Before you die from any disease, you might drop dead from being from obesity.
This is continuing on in Revelation 21. And whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and all, it says all liars shall have their part in the lake.
And everybody's in the lot.
I'm about the lake of fire.
Yep. And shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire.
These so-called Christians, it's talking about hell, you know?
Anyway.
Middle
and
Earth.
Brimstone, which is the second death.
Yeah. Middle Earth. And that's what these so-called Christians would say. Middle Earth, you'll be tortured. You're tortured from demons, you know? And hold up. To this hell doctrine that these so-called Christians believe in, how can you believe in a place called hell, but you don't believe in reincarnation? What body is being tortured by these demons? I was thinking about this last night. I was like, what body?
That's a good meditation.
You know what I'm saying? I was thinking about it. I was like, it was in my sleep too. I was like, what body is going to be tortured in this place forever and ever if y'all don't believe in reincarnation? So you going, what new? Because that body died, obviously, you know. So what is the same body that died? It's going to be reappear and put on you in this place called hell?
Well, so, luckily, the scriptures say what belongs to the earth goes back to the earth. And the spirit who gave it, it will return back to him, roughly paraphrased.
So they contradict themselves. You can't to push the hell doctrine, I'm basically saying you believe in reincarnation. You know?
That's a good point.
Bugged out, man. I'm going to bring out, you want 1 Corinthians 9, right?
6 and 9.
6 and 9.
Go to Ezekiel.
It's 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh?
Okay, so what's unrighteous, man? Not keeping the law. All right, first of all, not believing in Yahweh Shemel Shai, not having faith. Because the first thing that the only reason you're justified in the Lord, according to Romans, the 5th chapter, is faith in Yahweh Shemel Shai. So if you're not righteous, which correlates to having faith, you're not justified by the Lord, man. Go read Romans the 4th chapter. Right. Abraham was justified by his faith.
Right.
You got it.
It says, "Be not deceived, neither fornicators."
Hey, so what is it? Don't get shit twisted. Don't get shit fucked up. Right.
It says, "Neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers."
It doesn't matter how you feel, how you think.
I was born this way.
I was born this way, or they, it shouldn't be that way.
I was born a baby.
But it tastes good.
That baby.
But it tastes good.
But my mom, my grandmother, she ate pork and she lived to be 95. Go ahead. My cousin told me that shit, man.
Nor abusers of themselves with man, slacky. Nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers.
We went into that word.
God.
Girl hand.
Nor abusers of themselves. Hey, yeah. Used for homosexual matters. You know, when you go into that definition. It says, "No abusers of themselves with mankind, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of Yahweh."
And that's a long list of people that's about to be X'd out, man. You don't want to be on
Right.
that list, man.
And a lot of our people fit into all the more than one category.
You got, in order
You
to
got a
see,
couple check marks. You know,
you got to examine yourself to
You
see
know?
if you don't, it's to
Right,
make
right.
sure you don't fit on that list,
Right.
man.
A lot of
Because that's
people
a long list.
yeah, a whole lot of check boxes by
Their
a
names.
lot of our people.
Yep.
You know, they fit the description.
For all,
You know,
all
all boxes.
in both chapters,
Mm-hmm.
in Revelation and in Corinthians.
Right. They try to be that, like the scripture said, they surpass the deeds of the wicked.
Scripture talks about, again, it's crazy because at one time they taught about repentance, and it talks about how you should ought to walk. What is it? It talks about how to walk, how you supposed to mortify your members, man. You know. One time our people was taught that at one point in time, but now it's like our people just taught to be freaks, man.
Right.
And you got the Jake earlier. He walking around with a Nike shirt on that say "freak" on. Y'all seen that? He walked up here by like 3 times, man.
Right now.
So Jake, man, I'm like, yo, what the fuck, man? When you were talking about basically freaks and freak show and shit out here, how these people don't, it's not men. Yeah. There was a Jake. You gotta be cold, man. You gotta be cold.
Yeah, I am.
It's true, man. You got it.
Yeah,
She should be the one to snort coke.
Yep.
In every party, gang banging.
Again, gang bang.
That's like Florida. Fucking get trained.
You know, she
you
throwing
know,
them
the
gang
trend.
signs.
She's like, I'm gang banging.
You think
She might think she's tough.
You know?
It's crazy. This shit, when she's about 35, 40, then she'll be like, yo, where all the men go? She can't pair bond with a dude. Because she ran through, man. Look at what she,
That boy lost in the sauce. What you say?
Ezekiel 3 and 17. I was looking
17?
Yeah, I was looking up in I didn't know that was Rich McCall's dorms right there. That was just you doing.
all this shit.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know the dorms was right there. I'm like, why are these people walking over? What the hell? What the fuck is over there? BCU dorm over there. Makes sense. Go ahead, Al.
This is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me.
That's right. We're out here warning you so-called niggas, Latinos, and Native Americans from the Most High Yahweh, okay? From Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, okay? We're supposed to come out here and give warning, okay? Blow that trumpet and warn you from the Lord, man. Because like the brother was going into, the Lord, hey, he's about to show himself, man. You know? Things are about to get so-called, like they say, things are about to get ugly out here.
And that's that Bubba Sparks song. Things about to get ugly, ugly.
Yeah. Hey, Jake, man. You know, classic example of the Israelite form. You know, but hey, man. You know, God, you know, you got something else you
Real
want to bring
quick.
up?
Psalm 5:4. For thou art not a power that hath pleasure in wickedness, neither shall evil dwell with thee. The foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity. Thou shalt destroy them that speak leasing.
I thought the Most High didn't hate. God doesn't hate. He's all about love. Go ahead,
Not Treasury Boy here.
Go ahead.
The Lord will abhor the bloody and deceitful man. But as for me, I will come into thy house in the multitude of thy mercy, and in thy fear I will worship toward thy holy temple.
And that's toward the east, man. Because that's where the land of Jerusalem is. That's where the Lord rests his feet on.
Hey, bring out Ezekiel 3 and 17 again. We'll close out. That's brother saying.
This is Ezekiel chapter.
Because we're out here, we have a job to do, man. And we're doing the work of the Lord. We're blowing that trumpet, okay? We're letting you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans know who you are according to the scripture.
And it's crazy because we amongst like college kids around a lot of people, right? And when you first come in this thing, you be like, yo, who can see me? You get a little nervous. It's to the point now, man. This that actually like shit.
They're gonna know that, hey, like it says in the scripture, they're gonna know that the prophets put in work. This Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17, son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
We don't care about what people say, how people look at us, how women turn their nose up, dudes they look crazy.
Hey, we actually enjoy it.
We
like
there you go.
We like bad look. This is,
That lets us know we're doing the right thing.
Yep.
This is exciting.
That's just that we're toxic.
Right.
We're toxic
Toxic
to society.
masculinity.
We're toxic to society.
It says, unto the house of Israel, therefore,
We're not of this world.
hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me.
There you go. You know, that's what the watchmen are doing, man. Most High set up men all over the four corners of the earth, giving warning from the Lord, from Him.
Hey, if
Okay.
you want, it's like it, but Acts 1 and 9 is where it says that you're gonna be the Lord said you're gonna be a witness unto me in Judea, Jerusalem, and all the utmost corners of the earth. Go back to what the brother said. The Lord sent up prophets everywhere. man.
And we're in those uttermost parts.
Yeah. It's like it.
No, you're good. You know. You want to close that cross?
Yeah, you got it.
Go ahead. You got it. Go ahead.
Hey, you know, Lord will, y'all was edified, man. We come out here to warn the people by the way of Yahweh Shema Shah, like your brother got in the scripture. Well, he had me reading Ezekiel 3:17. If we don't do that, if you keep reading in that, there's going to be blood on our hands, man, because we know the truth, man.
Right.
So we're going to come out here and do what it is to the best of our ability, instead be instant in season and out of season to glorify Yahweh Shema Shah. So when
Even when
Yahweh
it's cold,
Yep.
snow, rain, sleet, or snow, we're going to be out here.
Hey, we don't put our hands on that plow.
Yeah.
We know the repercussions if we don't
Right.
continue and put the plow down, man.
Yeah.
We understand these repercussions for with our actions. You know, and which our people fail to realize. I think again, y'all in Disneyland is, it doesn't. Y'all can hide underneath different titles. Y'all can victimize everybody else, but this is about you. This is about our nation. And if we put down that plow, we know the Lord. It's even worse for us.
And the scriptures say,
death comes.
Yep. No, not even Salaki. My bad.
No, you good. God.
It had been better for him to not
Didn't
know the truth.
man. There you go. So, hey, that's why, what the scripture out of fear Yahweh Shem Shah, we come here to persuade me. You know? Because, if you scared of the so-called white man, God damn, how much more the Heavenly Father? He created Esau. He gave him the power on the left hand. He allowed this man to have what he has. So how much more fear you fear Yahweh Shem Shah, man? And that's why we out here going against this goddamn devil. Because we know, he only give this like Yahweh Shah told Pontius Pilate. You only giving the power which is allowed to you, man. You know?
There's no power but given to you, but from a heavenly Father.
That's right, man.
We just out here to glorify the Lord, man. So when it's time for us to be glorified with the Lord, it's not gonna be no mistake that we put forth our best effort while pushing that plow, man. So we're gonna face the east, and then we're gonna give all praise to the Lord. So like we had a brain fart. Call Allah, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Ma'akadash. We want to give double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone, who will teach well. And we want to say shalom to the hopeful elect. Kwam Yasharallah.
Kwam Yasharallah.
And one flower of law.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.